Hockey Night in Oswego. Only on WTOP.
WTOP10's coverage of the Pathfinder Bank Oswego Hockey Classic here on Hockey Night in Oswego. Good evening and welcome inside the Murano Campus Center Ice Arena, where the Oswego State Lakers in their own tournament face SUNY Canton to win the Pathfinder title. Zach Haynes alongside me, I'm Patrick Machado. What a wild tournament we had so far. Last game even coming down to a shootout where Concordia was able to beat nationally ranked Salve Regina.
And yeah, that's definitely going to be a big upset for Salve Regina. But Concordia, being the underdog in that matchup, definitely proving their worth here in this tournament, coming away with the win.
Yeah, in the early stages of the game, it looked like Salve was caught flat-footed to the speed and grittiness of Concordia, just nabbing at the tie at the end of the regulation, which sent it to overtime and then the shootout, where neither Salve player scored and Concordia's goalie held strong.
Yeah, that's definitely a big thing. It looks like Salve met their match. They tried to come back, but unfortunately, they lost in the shootout to Concordia, which just had the better skills check.
Now, let's move ahead to last night's game when over to tonight, Oswego against SUNY Canton.
Yeah, that's definitely a big thing. We're going to probably see a high-scoring event going on. As you can see, Canton had 5 goals last night. The Lakers had 6 goals. Power plays, they didn't convert on those, but definitely expect a high-shooting game and the defense to be caught off guard regularly.
But take a look at that stat, 0 for 7 on the power play. It appears that in the 2019, Oswego's power play struggles continue.
And yeah, no, that's unfortunate. Hopefully they can change that today with a somewhat familiar opponent, get back on that power play, and show that they can still use it to their advantage.
Now, the scoring in this tournament has been off the charts. 6 goals for Oswego, and more goals in the other games. Are we going to see another high-scoring game here tonight?
That's definitely a possibility. There's 2 bipolar opposites that could go on here. It's either going to be a really high score, or we're going to see a very close contested contest going on here.
Yeah, taking a look at the scores of last game, 6 different Lakers scored goals and recorded assists. That's always nice to see as a hockey team when you get secondary and tertiary scoring from lines other than your first one.
Well, definitely. They're sharing the love out there. They're passing it around, making plays for each other, showing that the Lakers are a team player team. And that's definitely going to be a big thing against this SUNY Canton team coming up.
Now, another thing that has been sort of like a theme throughout this year for Oswego hockey is the physicality that they bring night in and night out to the ice. Do you think this style of physical play is going to hold up tonight?
And we're definitely going to see that today. Every game so far has been very physical, especially in that last game. We saw a couple players going down, but we're going to see Canton come up and get physical, and they're going to try to score as well, make the plays out there, and try to get the edge on this Lakers team.
Yeah, going back to the Concordia game versus SUNY Canton, it was a tightly fought contest that Concordia controlled, but Canton's ability to hop on loose pucks and get odd man rushes going the other way is why they are here tonight.
And definitely Kyler Matthews, Bailey Conklin, Adam Petrick, just a couple of guys to name off here, but Canton definitely shares the love as well. They're passing it around. We're definitely going to see big plays going on.
Now again, back to physicality. We saw a lot of it in last night's game and even in the game a couple hours ago where a lot of hits went unpunished. Michael Gillespie almost got injured too. He was shaken up midway through the second period. He was able to eventually come back, but it was scary moments if you were an Oswego State Laker.
Definitely a lot of scary moments going on. You gotta love the physicality. It's a love-hate relationship going on. As we see they're taken out at the leg right there by Salve Regina. Another bump against the wall. We saw 2 physical hits going on, but Michael Gillespie down on the ground. As we see it there, just right at the knee, just takes him right down to the ground, and we see him crawling back almost all the way back to the bench there. As we see, he's still down on the ground in that play. That was from last night's game, so we're definitely going to see how he plays today against SUNY Canton, who is also a very physical team.
And believe it or not, with the amount of penalties that were called during that game, there was no penalty on that Gillespie hit.
And definitely that is a bad call on the ref's job. That is a poor job. by the refs. They got to call those out. They got to help even it up and help get the faceoffs going up to keep the players safe. As much as we love the physicality, we want these players to play safely.
We are inching closer and closer to puck drop, and coming up on the other side of the break, we have your players to watch and keys to the game. You're watching the Pathfinder Bank Oswego Hockey Classic on Hockey Night.
Guys, I don't feel so good. Shouldn't have had that chili for lunch.
The inherent right to work is one of the elemental privileges of a free people. Endowed, as our nation is, with abundant physical resources, and inspired as it should be to make those resources and opportunities available for the enjoyment of all, we approach re-employment with the real hope of finding a better answer than we have now.
Donate to Goodwill, where your donations help fund job placement and training for people in your community.
There are 16 million children struggling with hunger in America. That's 1 in 5 daughters, sons, neighbors, and classmates who don't know where their next meal is coming from. Yet billions of pounds of good food go to waste every year. It's time we do something about it. Feeding America is a nationwide network of food banks that helps provide meals to millions of kids and families in need. Visit feedingamerica.org to help them feed even more. Together, we can
Welcome back to Hockey Night in Oswego here on Let's get to our players to watch.
All right, first up is the away team, SUNY Canton. My player to watch, Kyler Matthews, number 10, the defenseman. You got to watch out for him. You got to watch out for him. He's going to set up the play for his teammate, and he's definitely going to help out on that defense. The guy for Oswego to watch out for, Michael Gillespie, number 16. I know he got hurt last night, but expect him to come out of there like a bat out of hell. He's going to come out of there. He's going to prove himself and show that that little hit to the knee was nothing.
Taking a look over there, Michael Gillespie, one of the big playmakers this year for Oswego. The amount of the sheer talent of this player to create openings, especially on the power play, is why Oswego is such a high-scoring team. Now, getting over to my players to watch. First for Canton, number 2, a very familiar face if you were an Oswego State Lakers fan, former Oswego State Laker Tyson Bruce. He transferred over to the Kangaroos just at the end of this fall semester, and while he expected to be playing in the Pathfinder tournament this year, he did not expect to be doing it in a yellow jersey of SUNY Canton, so hopefully tonight for Canton he can play spoiler. For Oswego, I'm going to have to go with the number 1 star of last night's game as voted on by the Oswego State athletic staff, number 19, Joseph Molinaro, who got the goal off of a rush and then assisted Tyler Curry, who we've been talking a lot about this year, is a very gritty player, converging on loose pucks, getting the rebound and trying to create chances throughout his speed and his strength. Now let's get to our keys to the game. First for Canton.
All right, first up for Canton, we got a big thing. They got to play defense. They can't allow opportunities to happen. Canton, they have to play defense. That's the first one. The second one, for Canton, they got to create a power play. Use the Oswego power play strategy to their own advantage. If they don't create power plays, they are not going to score against the goalie. And lastly, take smart shots. It's not quantity over, it's quality over quantity, and they just got to take the right shots. Now moving on to Oswego. They got to create odd man rushes. They got to catch the Canton defense off guard and underprepared for it. The other thing, staying out of the penalty box. If they get into that box too much, it could be game over before you know it. And lastly, they got to build a large lead fast. They got to be like that. They got to be right there, and they got to be up before you know it.
Now, statistically, Oswego is a better team than Canton, but we've seen throughout this weekend that nationally ranked teams are falling to these teams that have been invited to the tournament. Do you think Canton has what it takes to beat Oswego on home ice tonight?
There's definitely a potential upset. As we saw earlier, a huge upset for a nationally ranked team. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Canton walking away with the W.
Who do you think is, other than your players to watch, who do you think is going to make the biggest difference out there tonight?
It's always going to come down to the goalies. That's your last line of defense. The goalies are going to make the difference for this game.
Puck drop is minutes away. On the other side of the break, we will have it for you. This is the Pathfinder Oswego Hockey Classic on WTOP 10. The game is next.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Linear Connect. Absolutely, Dan Kane, this is his second year, have at least one shot. But communicate and just, you have to go back to the basics. Absolutely wrong, because
right now 1-2 in the SUNY Avenue. If you can win both of those games,
sick and tired, Brandon.
If the other team can win 1 point, take advantage of it.
Oh, absolutely. Come on. Just give me the 1-0 lead, all right?
No.
Or watching Laker Connection.
Here on WTOP 10.
Get caught buzzed driving, and you could do some hard time.
Craig, knock it off.
Sorry, Mom.
It could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. And that could set you back a few years. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzzed driving is drunk driving.
Hey guys, I think I'm a little shiny. Can someone help with that, please?
So you ready for tonight?
Yeah, I think so.
So, you're gonna start off the show like suspended from the ceiling, right? So you're all set with that. So yeah, just remember everything else we talked about and make sure you follow the prompter.
I mean, don't I always?
No, just do what we talked about, okay?
All right, no problem. Let's go.
It's a beautiful day out here. Sunny today with light breezes, giving way to clouds in the afternoon. We could see some light precipitation to moderate precipitation later on, followed by powerful storm-like conditions. 90 miles per hour winds are expected. Authorities are asking everyone, stay indoors. Come on, that's it. Let's go.
Isaac with a nice spin move. He's going for the puck. He's got Spink. Leaves it for Hunting. Hunting will Spink, and he scores! Isaac go. Shot Hunting. He scores! Aaron Huffnagel ties this game at 3. Monaro gets the front of the net. It comes out in front. Shot scores! Cam Barry!
Hockey Night in Oswego starts now.
National anthems finished, and we are just about ready for puck drop here in the Marano Campus Center. The Pathfinder Bank Oswego Hockey Classic Final between the Oswego State Lakers and the Canton Roos.
And definitely right now we see the ceremonial puck drop going on right now as we get ready for this highly anticipated matchup between two somewhat familiar opponents as they had played earlier this season, but Canton falling short against the Lakers 6-2.
Yeah, and like we mentioned earlier in the pregame, the fact that Tyson Bruce, now a Canton Kangaroo, is going to be playing against his former teammates for the first time, giving the Roos a little bit of an advantage on maybe how the Oswego State locker room works.
You definitely know that Tyson Bruce is going to be the target of attention by the Lakers for possibly the first and second period. As he's a former teammate, he knows the strategies, and he's going to try to utilize that for his newly found team.
To each end of the ice inside the blue paint, David Richer for Oswego. He gets his second straight start. Been the mainstay goalie for Oswego for last year and continuing to this one. No reason why he doesn't get the nod tonight.
Absolutely no reason why not. If he performs as well as he has during this past season and during this season, I don't see why not.
On the south end of the arena where the student section normally is, not many students here over winter break, Michael Sarasulo.
Well, definitely, there's still a fan base here in Oswego, especially for this hockey tournament. But number 33's down there. He had a stellar night last night as well. We're definitely going to see a lot of blocks and saves from him.
First line, LeBlanc, Zizek, Spink starting for Oswego. Carter Allen and Tyler Curry, the defenseman, and the Pathfinder Bank Oswego Hockey Classic Final is underway. And the Canton Kangaroos dump it into Oswego territory. Swinging behind his own net is Tyler Curry, bringing it up. Stick handling, he backhands the pass down low. 2-on-2 scrum, and it hops up onto the skirt of the net. It's there, and the referee will blow the whistle.
Yeah, that was number 7, Spink, just falling over the net, trying to get the puck out of the way. Unfortunately, his efforts didn't go far before the whistle came out.
Now, SUNY Canton, being an independent team, not affiliated with any conference, and given their record so far, this could be their only chance to take home some hardware.
It's a do-or-die situation for their playoff bid going on right now. They're not part of a conference. This is really a big chance for them to beat a ranked opponent.
McIntosh lost the faceoff. Gillespie has the puck. He centered it for Passero. He scores! Passero in the slot, and Oswego strikes early.
And that's what I'm talking about right there. Build a lead early in the game. Build it fast, and you got to maintain it. That was a fantastic goal there. And that's a big thing. As you look here, passes inside, and it's just the easy shot straight through the slot.
So Gillespie, your player to watch, has an assist early on as Passero right in the middle of the slot. No Canton Kangaroo around him and no chance for Sarasulo. Oswego, just 30 seconds into the game, has a 1-0 lead. Broman was battling with Christopher Mamis. Oswego wins it, and Gillespie in and over the line again. Gillespie crossed the ice for Passero. Broman, Novik shoots, gloved and held by Sarasulo.
Well, you didn't catch him off guard that time. He was ready for that one. Coming off from the left side of the ice. He saw that coming, had his mitt up, and just caught it right out of the air.
Gosick, who kept his line that scored out there, looking for another one quick, and it looked like they might have gotten one. The pace of play for Oswego, they're coming out of the gates early. Emerson won the faceoff back to Novik. He overlooks his options and sends it down low for Colton Fletcher. Colton Fletcher lost the puck to a poke check of David Hofer, where it is gloved and held by Sarasulo.
That's another save right there. The Oswego State Lakers are coming up very aggressive early on. They're trying to test this goalie and the defense and seeing where they can make plays possibly later on.
Joseph Molinaro out there for the Lakers right now, who scored and assisted last night, which led him to being voted the first star of the game. Tyler Antonucci takes a shot, and it deflects off of Emerson's stick that goes wide and catches the glass. Back to the point. Antonucci shoots, looking for Molinaro's deflection, and it goes through skates and harmlessly into the corner. Molinaro taken down by Shepard, no penalty called. It is played off the glass and down. Referee's arm is up, and it is an icing call.
And Canton just needed to get that puck away. They needed to catch their breaths, figure out their strategy, and possibly go on to the offense in this next set.
Rue's not able to change. Line still staying out there. Tyler Antonucci, who we've been talking a lot about this season, one of the bigger offensive defensive players for Oswego, still hasn't gotten a goal though.
And you know, that's unfortunate right now, but in due time, he's going to get his chance, and when he does, he's going to execute it and get that goal.
Canton's controlling. They're up on a rush. Tyler Bullard isn't over the line and skates laterally to overlook his option. Bullard back to the point for Shepard. He sends a pass to nobody, but it is taken by David Hofer and backhanded into the zone. Shepard shoots right to the stick of number 76, Ryan Bunka. Bunka kicks it along to Scorpio, and Scorpio's in the neutral zone and waiting for his team to set up. Scorpio skating, puts it in front of the net. Antonucci gets a tip, and it is patted aside by Sarasulo. Antonucci over at the boards. Jody Sullivan keeps it in and sends it down low. Shepard is there. Oswego changes, and a controlled breakout for Canton.
And definitely we see Spink coming back onto the ice, skating down, trying to chase down the offender on the forward, but he's got the puck himself, so he's definitely out there making plays.
Zizek in, he lost the puck, and number 93, LeBlanc, tried to center it for Zizek. He couldn't handle the pass. Loose puck, Tyler Curry, he takes it, but the poke check of number 12, Bailey Conklin, keeps it into the neutral zone. Zizek up for LeBlanc. Drops it off for Spink, and Spink sends it around the boards to the opposite corner for Zizek. Zizek loses the puck, and Canton comes away with it. Stuart Fearhaller sends it in, and it has to be gloved up into the protective netting by Richer, his first save of the night.
Now, no pun intended, but that was very much a long shot there. I mean, we saw number 44 yesterday make a stellar goal against Concordia. But right now, he's not looking too hot. So maybe this will open up a chance for him to make an offensive play.
Pissarro won the faceoff. The captain, Devin Campbell, over to corral it and sends it up to Gillespie in neutral ice. Bank pass off the boards for Broman. He shoots in stride, and it is held by Sarasulo.
Just right into his chest right there. After that first goal, he's definitely learned his lesson, and he's keeping his eyes wide open. And if he gets that one-on-one, he's definitely going to try to stop it.
17 minutes and 2 seconds to go in the first period. A lot of stoppages thus far as Anthony Pissarro prepares to take the faceoff. He loses it to Sean David, and the clearing attempt fails, and it goes to Max Novick, who's covering the point. Broman looks to center, and Gillespie wasn't able to be on the other end of that pass, and it is gloved and again frozen by Sarasulo.
That was definitely an offensive breakdown right there. It looked like he was trying to pass to one of his teammates. Unfortunately, there was nobody around for him to pass to, so that potential shot went under to go. It was in vain.
Pissarro, Gillespie, and Broman still staying out there for the time being. Bunka and Antonucci in on defense. Taking the faceoff against Riley McIntosh of SUNY Canton. They drop the puck, and Oswego comes away with it. Pissarro the backhand, and it is blocked by the skate of Adam Pitrick, who is now skating it up and opposite corner dump in. It's caught by Richer and held. A lot of stoppages in the early goings.
Well, definitely there's a lot of stoppage going on in the early part of the game. We're not even 5 minutes into this game, and we've heard the whistle multiple times going off. But that last play there by Riker, definitely a really big thing right there. He thought about dumping it off, but decided to hold on and take the save.
Face off to the right of Richer, where it's won by Mitch Emerson, and Ryan Bunka sends the pass around the boards to get Molinaro, who skates up. Molinaro gains center and dumps the puck in. It takes a deflection off of a Canton stick to negate the icing. Emerson behind the net. A weird bounce goes into the stride of Molinaro, and he's unable to put it onto the net.
Definitely an interesting sequence of events. You just saw the puck go flying up over the net, but unfortunately nothing really happened for the Oswego offense there.
Piece on the shot, blocked by Bunka, and the puck was played off the glass. Takes a high bounce into the air into the skates of Ryan Bunka, and it's sent back in by McIntosh. Oswego takes the puck as Canton's in the midst of a change. Colton Fletcher up to Mitch Emerson. He's got some space to move. Odd man rush, 3-on-2. Emerson shoots, and it's patted aside by Sarasulo. The net got knocked off by Colton Fletcher coming together with David Hofer, and the faceoff will stay inside Canton territory.
Definitely really interesting coming down the ice. You got the odd man rush, but a little bit of tension going on between these two teams right now. And definitely, we're probably going to see more of that as the game progresses.
Correction, they're going to rule that the Oswego player dislodged the net, Colton Fletcher, so they're going to move the faceoff outside the blue line where it's won by Canton, and they're going to set up a breakout. Fearheller sends a pass across the ice where it's taken by Carter Allen behind the net, played off the glass and out of the zone. Jody Sullivan in neutral ice sends it in onside, and it is chased after by Hofer, where he's met there by Nenadal, and he has the puck. Nenadal Behind the net for Durazio, who's listed as the extra skater in tonight's lineup. Jody Sullivan dealing with Kyler Matthews, and a 2-on-2 scrum ensues in the corner. And it's won by the Lakers' Nenadal. Puts it in front to the net, tried to find Tyler Curry on the other side, and it takes a bounce off the corner. Durazio, Curry, back to Durazio. He couldn't handle the puck cleanly, and he'll have to send it in. Oswego's forwards will go off for a line change as players collide. No penalties called.
We just saw a shove right there by the Canton player.
In front for Zizek, and it goes off of his skate.
As I was saying earlier, we just saw a shove there by the Canton player, and it was not called by the refs, so it's going to be interesting to see how the refs take care of those type of calls later in the game.
LeBlanc tried to center one to Spink. It takes a couple bounces, but Spink is able to get something onto the net, and it's held by Sarasulo.
Definitely. So far, this game has been dominant by Oswego on both sides of the ice. It's just been an offensive game for Oswego and a really shoddy defensive play by Canton.
Zizek to take the faceoff against Needleman. Zizek is taken out of the faceoff. They're going to rule it was a false start, replaced by LeBlanc. He loses the faceoff, but the puck takes a Laker bounce. Zizek loses a stick, and LeBlanc will have to go to work 1-on-2 on the half wall. Zizek, who regains his stick, tried to take the pass, and it goes off of the half wall to the other side of the ice. Zizek, LeBlanc, great forecheck and pinch by Devin Campbell to keep the puck alive. Tanner Spink, LeBlanc, 2-on-2 scrum, and we're going to get a first penalty of the game here. And it is going to go against Canton.
Well, I think that was a pretty obvious call there. Definitely something that Canton should not be doing is getting into the box. It's going to harm them right now as Oswego's going to have the power play, and let's see if the Lakers do capitalize on it.
So Sean Shepard going away for 2 minutes. The call is interference, and the first power play unit out there for Oswego. Zizek loses the faceoff, and it goes into the corner. Emerson there. Sticks clashing, and it takes a Laker bounce. Emerson settles it down to the point for Novick. Novick will overlook his options and send it to Zizek, and he gets it right back. Novick, Gillespie, skating down the ice, looking to center a pass. Novick, traffic in front. Zizek one-timer, and he shanked it, but he gets the puck back and back to the point for Novick. Novick for Gillespie. Thought about a shot, sends it to Novick. Gillespie centers it for Spink, and the backhand shot goes wide. Zizek shoved to the boards by Sarasulo. Shoved to the boards by Joe Devaney, and the puck is sent back in by Gillespie, where Zizek will take it, and Spink, and we're going to get another call here. This one's going to be a late hit, and Oswego will have a 5-on-3 for 1 minute and 9 seconds.
And that's definitely a big thing. You see the Canton defense being aggressive, which is all right, but unfortunately, it's going to cost them a 5-3 set right now. We're going to see if the Lakers can capitalize on this, because this is definitely going to be a big opportunity for them.
5-on-3 on the boarding call to Luke Hissenbergs, and 1 minute and 9 seconds of 5-on-3. This is not a situation you want to be in if you're the Roos.
Especially early on in the game. There's been a lot of calls going on, but definitely this is not one you want right now to set up the momentum for the rest of the game.
Novick shoots, and he scores off the rebound! But pushing and shoving over at the net, it looked like Tanner Spink got the goal. We'll see who leads the line.
And that's definitely a big thing. There's tension in here. On the 5-3 play, they just gave up a score. They're up 2-0 right now. If you're the Canton coach, you are not happy with your players, and you got to turn it around.
Tanner Spink was leading the line, and here's the goal again.
As we see right now, pass to the inside. It appears that it was Spink who got it. However, he's still out on the ice. He's been making plays and stuff, being aggressive just as much as the Canton players.
Sarasulo made the initial save off the 5-hole, but the rebound he's unable to control, and Tanner Spink sends it home. And the pass to Zizek from Gillespie almost gets another power play marker as we are back to 5-on-4 with the power play goal. Novick, Zizek shoots, and it is patted aside and into the corner by Sarasulo. Clearing attempt was blocked by Novick, and he'll have it over at the half wall. Zizek taking his cover at the point, switching places with Gillespie. Zizek sends it down to Emerson down low. Emerson skating, switches directions. David tried to get a poke check, set in front for Gillespie. He's unable to shoot the puck off the one-timer. Gillespie slow to move. Gillespie still with the puck. Emerson, Novick, Zizek sends it into the slot for Spink. Glove down by Zizek off the block shot. Gillespie looking for a change, and Passero will take his spot. Novick fakes the shot. Zizek plays it from his skate to his stick. Novick shanked the slap shot, and it is cleared down by Connor Tuttle, and he'll go off for a change.
And that's definitely a big thing. We got 30 seconds left in this power play. Let's see if the Lakers can capitalize on it, as they have already.
Passero in over the line, drops it off for Molinaro, who skates into the corner. Being shoved off by Connor Tuttle. Into the skates of Broman. Broman, and it goes through the blue paint and almost finds the far post. Curry off the pass from LeBlanc. Curry skating, stick handling, giving it back to LeBlanc. Hard pass, Molinaro unable to center it. And the centering pass goes through the skates of LeBlanc. And another opportunity coming out of the penalty box. And a sliding block from Tyler Curry causes it to go out of play.
Word. Look at that defensive play. If that's not defense, I don't know what is defense. If that's wrong as a defensive play, I don't want it to be right. And that was a big save there by Curry. As we see on the screen, as we see coming up in a little bit, Curry just a magnificent defensive play there, preventing the Canton team from scoring on any chance.
11 minutes and 16 seconds to go in the first period. Oswego gets a power play marker to increase their lead to 2. Canton Kangaroos try to get a shot, and a great poke check by Jody Sullivan sends the puck into the corner. Skating up is Scorpio. Nenadal, who sends an opposite corner dump in, and he takes a hit. Scorpio in on it. Joe Devaney takes the puck. Tried to clear it. Hard forechecking keeps the puck in for Oswego, and the offensive zone time continues. Hofer from behind the net tried to send a pass up, saved at the line by Carter Allen, and it takes a deflection off of Routledge's stick and into the crowd.
Oh my word, just a cute couple up there, and the boyfriend just caught it with his left hand. That was a magnificent catch by the viewers. But for the Lakers, definitely some sloppy passing going on there. You don't want to see that after a really good first half of the first period.
Emerson against Needleman in the face-off to the right of Sarasulo, won by Needleman of the Roos, and they'll try to set something up. They're skating it out of their own end. Needleman gets the puck. He's in over the line onside, being shoved off by Fletcher, and he loses his skates. And a 2-on-2 scrum over at the half wall. Taken and won by Oswego. Emerson skates it up. He gets a check from Shepard, but it sends it into the zone. Around the ice to find William Ma. The pass misses, and it goes down. Icing not a factor, as Devin Campbell will take it, slow play down, and send it up to Passero. Passero to Novick, who's skating it up. He's got Molinaro on his right. Molinaro shoots with a glove save, rebound, unable to be handled cleanly. Dangerous chance for Oswego. Behind.
Definitely a big thing going on here. We see the Lakers taking a lot of shots early on in this game. So far, it's only 8 shots for Oswego and 1 shot for Canton. So definitely a big shot difference here between the two teams.
Tyler Antonucci, after multiple tries, finally gets past Anthony Filiso, and in over the line with some speed is Broman. Broman cutting to the net, does a lap, and Broman gets the puck back. Broman lost it, errant pass, intercepted by Filoso. Lot of hitting going on, just still inside the zone, and it's finally sent out to neutral ice. Tyson Bruce, again, former Oswego State Laker in. Tyler Antonucci in, trying to take the puck off of him. Oswego gets possession. Passero has the puck and is sent back off the pass by Bunka to Tyler Antonucci. Antonucci up for Passero. He's 1-on-2. He just shoots it in on goal, where Sarasulo will cover, allowing Oswego to complete the line change.
And definitely, Canton was backpedaling right there as the solo Laker just went out by himself to take on not only 3 defenders and the goalie himself. That's definitely an impressive play there by the Oswego offense.
Both lines staying out there. Zizek to draw against Peace. Zizek won the faceoff, and it is now behind the net for Tanner Spink. Spink backhands a pass to LeBlanc. Loses the puck to Fierheller, and Canton comes away with it. Skating ahead is Pichek. Over to the other side for Hofer. And he loses an edge and goes down into the boards hard. Piece looks to be okay as it is skated up by Spink, and LeBlanc has it. LeBlanc takes a shot, and it takes a deflection. It might have gone off of his mask and goes up into the air and out of play.
And definitely that's a big thing right there, the passing going on. But Oswego is staying on Canton's toes for defense. They're definitely bringing the pressure, and Canton does not need that right now. They need to find their footing and make some offensive plays if they want to get back into it.
Shot differentials, 10 for Oswego to 1 for Richer, and it wasn't even a shot. It was more of a dump in that Richer just happened to glove.
It was just a bad flick of the wrist.
Out of the zone is Sean David. He's skating up. He's got numbers. Shepard looks to get the puck. Sent across the ice for Devaney. He is unable to handle it cleanly. Campbell with the backhander finds DeRazio, and they're able to escape the zone. He's got Nenadal over on the left. He's cutting towards the slot. Nenadal, the pass, he wasn't able to handle. The reach just a little bit too short, and the puck corrals all the way around for Novak, who takes the shot, and it takes a deflection. Might have taken a deflection off of a Canton stick and into the corner. The other side for Devaney. He battles with Novik. 2-on-2 scrum. Puck squirts loose. Jody Sullivan backhands it into the far corner for Molinaro. Puck goes into the blue paint, and Sarasula will cover.
Definitely more of a defensive play by Canton going on now. And we have seen a lot of large hits going on this period, especially later on as it's been progressing. A lot of big hits, and Canton's been on the receiving end of most of those hits.
Well, if you're unable to generate anything, starting to increase the physicality of your play is a certain way to start. But Oswego absolutely dominating through the first 13 minutes of play here in the final of the Pathfinder Classic. William Ma, the pass up to Bailey Conklin was off, and Tyler Curry intercepted it. Centering pass, and no one was there to take it. Shot from Filiso was patted aside by Richer, just their second shot of the game. Another shot by Tuttle, and it's sticked aside by Richer, and Emerson is able to escape the zone out to neutral ice. Puck sent back in. Carter Allen inside of his own end sends it up for Emerson. Backhands a pass off the boards. Colton Fletcher 2-on-2. Fletcher, Molinaro looking towards the center, but the pass was blocked by the skate of Hofer, and Carter Allen is there to save it at the point. Molinaro alone behind the net, loses the puck, and skating up with it now is Sean David. He's able to escape the zone, and he chips it past, and Gillespie is now coming off the bench as the centering pass goes off of the skate of Fletcher and into the stick of Gillespie. Fletcher takes a shot, tries to put it on net, right into the body of Heisenberg's. Very painful to take a shot there.
That's definitely a hard hit. You could hear the hit all the way up here from the press box, so that's definitely one that you don't want to get again.
Shot by Routledge, patted aside by David Richer, who hasn't seen much action, but he's Canton's starting to get shots on net.
They're definitely starting to change up the momentum of this game, going from a lot of defensive plays to a lot of offensive plays, especially in the later half of this period.
Antonucci inside of his own end as Canton is changing. Sends it up for Broman. He's unable to get a stick on it. Glove by Antonucci and sent up for Spink. Pass just out of his reach, and it goes behind the net for Canton. Zyzik with a nice play on the puck to get possession back. LeBlanc sends it around for Spink. Spink the backhander, and it goes to Zyzik, who's unable to get the shot off. LeBlanc the shot. It finds the glass. LeBlanc still skating, and he gives it up to Canton off of and a great diving play by Tyler Antonucci keeps the puck on Canton's end of the ice.
And we definitely see some substitutions coming on for the Lakers, including the captain, Devin Campbell himself, going on and helping the teammates out any way he can.
Spink looking for a lane to shoot in. Devin Campbell just able to keep it in at the line. Sends it to Novik. Over to the corner for LeBlanc. Zyzik tried to send a quick shot top shelf for his backhand, but just too high. And Jody Sullivan now has it at the half wall. Novik, the pass was just tipped off by Zach Peace. 2-on-1, still being held there was LeBlanc. Puck comes near the goal, and Sarasula will pounce on it.
And definitely the Lakers are taking more shots. The last one was Zyzik. It was a very tough shot to get. I was surprised he didn't get it at all, but they're definitely taking a lot more shots. And number 33 for Canton, Cersulo, definitely improving on his blocks.
4 minutes and 39 seconds to go in the first period. Oswego still leads by a score of 2-0. And Oswego controls inside of their own end. Devin Campbell tried to get it. Sullivan tees up a shot, but he loses it to the poke check of Shepard. Here is Shepard. Sent up, long stretch pass, was intercepted by Scorpio, and then Nadal will send it to Sullivan, who skates it in. Sullivan puts on the brakes and back to the point for Campbell. Campbell, the shot deflected by Nenadal, and it is sticked aside by Sarasulo. Puck comes up into the bench. Excuse me, never mind. We're going to get a hand pass call on the ice.
And that's definitely an easy call for the refs to make. But definitely, there's some tension going on here. Canton is trying to change the momentum of this game, and it's not coming without a fight throughout the entire match. I wouldn't be surprised if we get some more players in the box in the upcoming periods.
Emerson drawing against Needleman just outside the Canton end. And the linesman on the far side is going to rule that Emerson went in too early, and Molinaro will take the face-off instead. Some debris on the ice, which the referee picks up, and we now will get a start to play. Molinaro won the face-off, sent inside of the zone by Curry. Forechecking was Emerson in order to get the puck back. Emerson skating. Sends it to the point for Carter Allen, who tees up a shot, and it goes off of the pads of Sarasulo. Emerson again with the puck. Some sloppy stick work from Canton, is unable to escape the zone, but finally they just shoot it out right into the path of Tyler Curry so they can get a change. But it's given back. Molinaro shoved off the puck. Great defense from Canton to keep him from moving in on goal. 2-on-2, back the other way. Shot by William Ma is gloved by Richer.
Almost had an opportunity right there for Canton. Oh my word, it looks like we have a fight going on between Canton and Oswego.
We're going to get some extracurriculars. Molinaro is being escorted by linesmen to the, it appears, to the penalty box. We'll see if we get any additional call on Canton, and they're going to open the door. So Coincidental Miners will likely play 4-on-4 till about 1:32 left in the first period.
Well, you know, definitely there's a lot of tension going on. If you're a Canton player or the coach, you're frustrated right now. Oswego is getting a lot of offensive plays. They're getting a lot of shots up, and they're up 2-0 right now, and you have nothing to show for it. You've got to change the momentum around.
Sorry to cut you off. The Canton player has left the box, and it looks like Oswego is going to be on the penalty kill, much to the chagrin of Captain Devin Campbell.
Definitely the big thing. Oswego has to defend against the Canton power play. But for Canton, let's see if they could get a scoring opportunity here.
Canton gets the first chance. Oswego's penalty kill not very good last night against Salve Regina. Blown assignments in front of the net has led them to score goals. Tyson Bruce at the point. Across for Kyler Matthews. Bruce gets it back. Bruce, big shot, blocked by Max Novick. He'll skate it up to find a lane and send it up for Tanner Spink. 2-on-1, short-handed chance. Spink, Zizek on the other side. Zizek trying to get his stick on the puck, but it goes into the corner harmlessly.
That's definitely a big thing right there. You see Tyson Bruce getting a warm welcome from his former Oswego teammates by getting checked in the Oswego zone. Definitely a more physical game after the penalties have been assessed.
Bruce back in. It is flipped out of the zone and a potential chance for a breakaway. Sullivan is in there to provide reinforcements. He's taken down, and that will end it for the Canton power play. We will skate 1 minute and 7 seconds of 4-on-4 and some more extracurriculars behind the net.
They have to break up these players. There's a lot of tension, a lot of motions flying, but definitely Oswego cannot let these penalties come about. They cannot let Canton get the score on them. More penalties like that, and we're going to see a lot more Lakers going into the box.
So we will skate 1 minute and 7 seconds of 4-on-4 before Oswego will get a short power play. Some more room on the ice, maybe able to open up the lanes a little bit and see more shots on goal.
And definitely we will probably see an increase in shots on goal, but also we could see more defensive play going on. But if you're either team, you have to set up the play and you have to score on this. It's anybody's game right now with the power plays going on with the 4-on-4.
Equipment malfunction for Tyler Bullard delays play momentarily, but we will get a start to play as Bullard won the faceoff, but Passero takes the puck from his knees. He sends it out of the zone, but Oswego corrals it, and Tyler Curry will send it around the boards. Tried to be played by Sarasulo. He missed it, and Tyler Broman is in with David Hofer to try to get the puck. Puck squirts loose. Passero is the first on it. He sent a pass back to the point, but it goes off of the skate and into the slot.
And definitely the big story of this game so far, the physicality of this game. You expect some physicality in a game of hockey, and especially throughout this tournament, but so early on, it's just unbelievable with what's going on.
David tried to shake past his defender, Welsh, covered by Tyler Curry, to save a chance for Canton. Curry up to Passero. He's in over the line. Passes it to Curry. Curry tees up a shot right into the chest of Sarasulo, and some players coming together again. More pushing and shoving.
We might see some players getting ejected if this keeps up for any longer. Definitely, if you're the coach for either team, you got to tell your players to calm down and just play the game. But definitely be expecting some players to start leaving the game if this keeps up.
More and more penalties being called as a result of it. The referees will have to keep a tighter control on the game, as it's just the first period, and we're already seeing rough stuff after the whistle.
And that's definitely a big thing. Like we said before, the physicality throughout this tournament has been a big story, but today's game, definitely an even bigger one.
17 seconds left in the penalty to Molinaro. After that, we will get about 53 seconds of power play time as Canton escapes the zone, and they're skating up with it now. Tyler Bullard in over the line, loses the puck, and Max Novick will try to break out of the zone before the penalty expires. 2-on-1 scrum, 3-on-1. Devin Campbell pokes the puck loose. Great job by Canton to waste time inside the Oswego end. Power play beginning for Oswego. Gillespie skates it up, drops it off at the point for Novick. He's going to spin around, wait for his players to set up. Gillespie down low for Emerson, sends it to Novick. Novick, Zizek shoots! Saved by Sarasulo.
And that was a great save there by number 33, Sarasulo. Definitely a good save right there. Stopping the game a little bit, catching your breath. And the big thing now, we're going to have the face-off between the Lakers as they have the power play going on.
Yeah, offensive zone face-off for Oswego. 31 seconds left in the Routledge penalty. Face-off won by the Lakers. Gillespie has the puck. He fakes a slap shot and sends it to Novick. Novick looking for a shooting lane. He shoots, and the rebound trickles wide. Gillespie saves the clearing attempt off the glass. Gillespie at the point for Novick. Gets it back. Gillespie shoots, and it goes off of the body of Zach Ohola, and back at the point for Novick. Gillespie. Zizek over at the face-off circle gives it back to Novick as the penalty winds down. Zizek centered, Spink scores!
And that's how you play offense right there. You take opportunities on the power play, and you just saw number 7 Spink get that goal right in front of the slot, right in front of the goalie, as the Lakers will now take a 3-0 lead in the first period.
Tanner Spink's second goal coming on the power play. Canton can't protect the slot.
And that's definitely a big thing as they look inside. He just takes the easy shot right there, right in front of the goalie. He's going to make that shot.
The defensive coverage by SUNY Canton on that penalty kill, showing shades of what we saw last night for Oswego's penalty kill. Tyner Spink on his second goal of the game. Oswego leads by a score of 3-0. And AJ DeRazio was looking for another one. It takes a deflection off the protective netting, and we'll get a face-off to the right of Sarasulo.
And you know, if you're the Canton defense right now, you feel defeated. They're up 3-0 right now. The coach has to change up the strategy and figure out a new way to get Canton down for the offense.
DeRazio out there to take the face-off. David Hofer a little bit late coming onto the ice. Puck is dropped. 27 seconds to go in the period. Oswego takes the puck inside of the neutral zone, tried to send a pass ahead, given away to Canton, played off the glass, gloved down by Jody Sullivan, and back into Oswego territory for Hissenbergs. Sends it up. Spink in with Bullard. Puck played off of the glass and into the neutral zone with 5 seconds to go. Scorpio in on goal looking for a chance late. 3 seconds, shoots. Gloved by Sarasulo. He'll cover with 0.1 seconds to go in the period.
And definitely heading into the locker room. If you're Canton and you're the coach for Canton, you have to change up your strategy. You cannot let Oswego keep getting offensive plays. You have to change the momentum around and get your own offensive plays going and start catching up.
Not really much to do here. Just drop the puck and get the buzzer, and Oswego will take a 3-0 lead into the locker room here in the Pathfinder final.
Definitely a big thing going on right now. It's a big thing going on right now. The Lakers are feeling confident going into the locker room, especially if you're Spink. Definitely a big wave of confidence coming over you. You got 2 goals early on and help your team get to the 3-0 lead. And we're definitely going to see more from him later on.
Spink with 2 goals early. He will have 40 minutes to get the hat trick. Coming up on the other side of the break, we will have highlights and analysis for you here at the Pathfinder Bank Oswego Hockey Classic Final. Oswego leads 3-0 on Hockey Night in Oswego.
Good evening and welcome to WTOP 10 Nightly News.
Total, Baldwin faces 32 charges.
I went to Woodchuck Saloon.
Too much temperature change.
13-10 meteorologist.
2 as well. Visions for Tanner Spink.
Go to 2-1.
With 6-10 on the year.
There's one thing you can never have sex without.
It's consent.
Because sex without it isn't sex.
It's rape.
It's on us to stop sexual assault.
Learn how and take the pledge at itsonus.org.
I want to eat apples and bananas. I need to eat apples and bananas. Why can't I eat?
1 in 5 children struggles with hunger in America. Support the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks to help provide meals to those in need. Join us at feedingamerica.org.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course.
Got your personal references, high school diploma or equivalent.
Skip the drama. Get your diploma.
It's right there.
Find free adult education classes at finishyourdiploma.org.
How do we afford all this?
To Maddie, congrats on paying off all those student loans.
Finally, right?
How'd you manage that anyway?
I started tracking my spending, changed a couple of habits.
Wow. I'm kind of living paycheck to paycheck right now. I don't even know how I'm doing it.
Well, have you tried saving a little?
I want to, but where's that money going to come from? Bill collectors, they're the worst. Am I right?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind.
Not home.
Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org.
Welcome back inside the Murano Campus Center Ice Arena for the final of the Pathfinder Bank Oswego Hockey Classic Your Oswego State Lakers lead the Canton Kangaroos by a score of 3-0 after 0. Welcome back here. Zachary Haynes alongside me, and I'm Patrick Machado. A lot to digest from that first period of play that Oswego, for the most part, dominated.
Look, that whole first period was nothing but Oswego. All the plays that were going on, we hardly see them play defense throughout the first period, and a lot of offensive plays going on, especially with the 3 goals, 2 of them by Spink. Definitely a big player so far in this game is number 7 Spink of the Oswego State Lakers. Just having a phenomenal performance tonight, making all the offensive and defensive plays.
Yeah, but before Spink scored his 2 goals, which we'll get to in a second, Anthony Pissarro got the first marker for Oswego.
And you know, striking first is the important thing. It helps your team build morale, build up momentum going into the later period, and definitely that's going to be a big thing for the team later on.
Let's take a look at the goals from that first period. Here is Pissarro's goal we were just talking about.
And he just passed right in the inside, right in front of the slot, right past the goalie. That's an easy goal right there. Going inside, just another easy goal right in center of the goalie. As we look around, they just pass inside, another shot right there, just goes right in. And we see right here, they're passing it around, another angle, goes right in. And
the rebound off the 5-hole.
Right, and we see some contention going on there. So it's not necessarily from a lack of defense, as we see that was just a wide open shot, but it was definitely a big thing right there. It's not necessarily a lack of defense, but more of a smart shot going on. I gotta tell you what, Tanner Spink is just dominating this game right now on the offensive side and on the defensive side.
Yeah, you just see that graphic. This is Tanner Spink's first time scoring a goal since the first game of the season, and now he has 40 minutes to complete a hat trick.
And you know what? There's no bad time for a comeback throughout the season. Definitely getting those 2 first goals. He's got to feel confident coming out of that locker room. I would if I got those 2 goals.
Now, we've been seeing a lot of physicality over the duration of this tournament, but it's beginning to start early here in tonight's final with a lot of pushing and shoving after the whistle.
I don't think anybody was ready for that kind of physicality early on in the first period. You can see here, Canton just takes out number 6 Curry as they're just skating along. Another hit right there, number 27 of the Lakers. Just a wide hit right there, going around there. You got 2 defenders on the Laker right there, coming around the backside. That's number 10, Matthews, getting the hit right there, receiving the hit, and just getting it thrown right into the wall. That was for the Lakers, going down there. More hits going on, and definitely a big thing right there. We're seeing fights starting to break out, and people are definitely going to be going to the penalty box. In the worst case scenarios, players being ejected.
Now, we saw that earlier. The referees taking a hardline stance against Oswego, who may have started a bunch of pushing and shoving as they only took 1 off. Not something we typically see with plays after the whistle.
And you know what? I think we're going to see more of those calls. If the fights continue, we're definitely going to see a lot more of those calls. And the coach's worst nightmare. The coach's worst nightmare, getting your players ejected and changing your rotation.
We will have more highlights and analysis and a period summary coming up after the break on the Pathfinder Bank Oswego Hockey Classic on Hockey Nights.
Hello?
Josh, the stream's not working. We need you to fix it right now.
The stream's down. I'll be right there.
So why do you keep a loaded gun in your drawer?
How safe is that?
You asked them to follow some safety rules. Now they're asking you. Never let your gun get into the wrong hands. Always. Lock it up.
Jake.
Hi.
What's wrong?
It's just a bad day, you know.
Oh, Creative Services can help you.
you are in space, you can't run down to the store to buy parts. You have to improvise with what you have on your mission. Making is when there is something new that was not in existence at the beginning of the day.
Okay.
It's an incredible sense of accomplishment when you have made something. That's why I make. Now I want to hear why you make.
Share your own Why I Make story today. Visit whyimake.org.
How do we afford all this?
Hi there. You might wonder what a famous Hollywood celebrity like me is doing reading in the dark. Is this some new sort of Hollywood method acting? No. This is quite real.
Did you know that Americans use about 4 times as much energy per year as the global average? We waste energy left and right despite the fact that the dirty fossil fuels we use to power our energy sources wreak havoc on the natural world and destroys valuable wildlife habitats.
By reading with my solar-powered night vision goggles, I'm saving energy and looking sleek.
You don't have to sit in the dark like Ed Begley Jr. to save the world. Fight climate change by speaking up for cleaner, smarter energy, including rooftop solar.
Oh, that's way better. Oh.
Do your part and find out other world-saving tips at betterthaned.org.
Center Arena for the first intermission report here on Hockey Night in Oswego. Welcome back inside the Steve Levy press box. Zach Haynes alongside me. I'm Patrick Machado. We had a lot of plays in that first period for Canton that they really need to tighten up if they even want to hope to have a chance of coming back tonight.
And definitely one of the things I brought up in the pregame, one of the keys that I brought up to win this game is play defensively. Unfortunately, they're not playing defensively. They're playing physically, but not defensively. And you got to make those defensive stops. Otherwise, all your effort's going to go in vain.
Now, a lot of those defensive woes for Canton have come in the fact that they can't seem to protect that invisible home plate area around the net that we call the slot. 2 goals coming from right in the middle of there where players were unmarked.
And that's definitely a big thing too. So far, all the shots have been in the center slot, and the goalie's just unable to defend those shots coming in. The Canton defenders have to get into the face of the Lakers and definitely create defensive plays.
Now down 3-0 with 40 minutes to go. Something has to happen quick if you're the coach of Canton. What are you telling your players going into this second period of play?
Look, as I said earlier, keys to win. You got to take smart shots. Forget that. You got to create shots now. You got to go on the offensive. And the best offense is a great defense. And that's what they got to do coming up is create defensive plays, turn the puck over, and create an offensive transition, get some on-man rushes going on.
Now, Oswego, you're playing very well so far. You're up 3-0. Doc Emmerich has called the 3-0 lead the most dangerous lead in hockey. What do they have to do throughout the remainder of this game to make sure they come out with a win?
They got to stay level-headed. They can't get ahead of themselves. The score says 3-0 right now, but realistically, it is still anybody's game going on right now. You know, you got to still play the offensive plays. You still have to play defense. You got to block their shots and definitely disrupt Canton when they try to make offensive plays.
Now the penalty kill for Oswego, we saw it once that was shortened because of the Canton penalty themselves. Oswego needed to improve that. What did you, from the brief time we've seen them, what did you think?
I'm definitely thinking that the Lakers are just phenomenal this first period. It was Lakers all over the place. Canton was just quiet on almost everything. The shot differential, it's just a big thing going on for Canton, and they need to change that coming into the second period.
Coming up after the break, we will have puck drop of the second period here in the Murano Campus Center Arena. Oswego leads by a score of 3-0 on Hockey Night in Oswego.
Say, President Stanley, whenever there's bad weather, who would you turn to?
I'd turn to Storm Team 10.
No, but you've got to say it like this. Storm Team 10. Say it with me. Storm Team 10.
So good to see you guys.
So, what's up?
Oh, we finally bought a place.
Holy cow.
You seriously have enough saved to do that?
We've been putting a little aside each month.
Jeez, at the end of the month, we have nothing left to save.
Yeah, I have no idea where it goes.
Well, you're spending a lot on...
Was it good?
Oh, God.
Oh, how is my account overdrawn?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind. Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org.
This is the Pathfinder Bank Oswego Hockey Classic on the network of WTOP 10. Oswego going into the second period with a 3-goal lead. And let's take a look at the stats from that first period.
Well, definitely that first period, you got to look at the 3 goals that was scored. That's a big story going into the second period right now. And Canton just not having the shots that they need to get off. As you look here, Canton is only 6 shots off. They are nowhere in the double digits as the Lakers are right now. They got to change that around. They got to start catching up. This is their period to catch up.
Now take a look at that face-off total. 20-9 in favor of Oswego, and that's a staggering number.
And you know what? That's not good. If they want to start turning this around, they got to start winning face-offs and then creating shot opportunities off of that.
Take a look at those attempted shots. 25-6 in favor of Oswego. 14 of those making it onto the net. You got to come out quick if you're Canton.
You got to come out. You got to come out here quicker than anything you've seen before. And that's going to be a big thing for Canton if they want to get back into this.
22 seconds to go until puck drop. Just want to take a moment to thank all of the cast and the crew here at WTOP 10 Sports, giving up a week of their winter break, traveling up to the shores of Lake Ontario, some from even Long Island. That's a 6-hour drive just to be here with you this weekend.
And we appreciate everybody who's been working hard on all these productions, and it's all come out phenomenal as we've been seeing some of the greatest hockey so far of the season.
And we are preparing to get the second period of play underway. Zyzik won the faceoff. Oswego now going from right to left. And Tyler Curry sends it up to Tanner Spink, who will chip it in to negate the icing. Josh Zyzik will just skate away and allow Canton to have a breakout. It's taken and gloved down in the neutral zone, and Zyzik is in over the blue line. Zyzik tried to bank a pass off, and it goes outside into neutral ice. Carter Allen battling with Ma. LeBlanc takes the puck, and he's in. LeBlanc shoots, gloved and held by Sarasulo.
And you know what? That's a good defensive stop right there by Sarasulo. But if you're the Canton defense, you got to change that around. You got to bring the offense down to the Lakers side of the ice.
So a quick stoppage here, just 30 seconds into the period, and another offensive zone faceoff coming up for the Lakers that Passero will take against Bullard. Bullard won the faceoff. It is sent up onto the glass. Puck goes off of Novik's shoulder and sent back into the zone by Gillespie. Broman was offside. He'll have to tag up, which allows Canton some time to set up a breakout. Sent across the ice and back into the neutral zone for Tyson Bruce. Bruce looking for an open lane to skate through. Poke checked away by Devin Campbell. Played from his skate to his stick was Bruce, and in over the line for Bullard, but taken by Gillespie and back out to neutral ice.
And definitely a big thing going on right now. You saw Canton trying to set up some offensive plays, but unfortunately the Lakers know their transitions too well.
Shot by Gillespie was patted to the corner by Sarasulo, and Passero comes away with it. Devin Campbell at the point. Tried to pass it to Molinaro, and it was just out of the reach of Novick, and Tyson Bruce will take it. Novick tried to kick it into the zone, and it's taken by Rutledge. Sent over to Hofer. Hofer shoots, big shot. Goes well wide of the net where it's taken by Novick. Quick breakout for Oswego. Colton Fletcher in over the line. He shoots, and it is shouldered by Sarasulo, and he'll hold on.
And definitely you saw down there at the Laker end of the ice, you saw Canton taking a shot, which is something they need to do more of. They need to take the puck away from the Lakers, bring it down to the ice, and take more shots onto the Lakers.
Sarasulo very quick to cover the puck to avoid any chance of a rebound shot, as that's how Tanner Spink got his first marker on the night. Colton Fletcher over at the near corner loses it to the check of Matthews, and the shot by Molinaro in front goes wide of the net. Molinaro behind the icing line, taken by Kyler Matthews, flipped up out of the zone where it's taken by Tyler Antonucci, who's backpedaling. Touch pass from Emerson over to Fletcher, gets lost in the skates of a Laker, and back in come the Roos. Sean David across the ice finds Joe Devaney, the captain. Devaney in front, but a penalty will be called against the Roos to negate that chance of a goal.
And you know what? That was a big thing for the Canton offensive players, coming into the lanes and definitely trying to get that shot opportunity, but it got ruined by the whistle. So we're definitely going to see Canton trying to rebound after that. The big thing you can see right here now, they're trying to get that shot off, but it was no good as the goalie right there was just right there.
It's going to be a penalty away from the play. Sean David for interference, a costly penalty inside the offensive zone.
That's definitely a big thing. We'll see how this face-off goes on.
It is won by the Roos, and is behind the net is Sean Shepard looking for a lane to shoot it through. McIntosh, great pressure by Zizek, able to keep it in there. And finally, the puck comes outside to neutral ice, and Oswego will reset from their own end.
And definitely right now, you see the power play going on right now. You just see number 23 down in the penalty box as the Lakers are just coming down, trying to see if they can capitalize on the power play yet again.
Zizek skating down the left wing, tried to pass it in front. Emerson takes it, and back to Zizek at the point for Novick. To the right side, Gillespie. Down low for Emerson. He couldn't handle the pass cleanly, and he'll skate it into the corner where it's taken and flipped out by McIntosh, and the puck hops up over Max Novick's stick, and into neutral ice. Back in is Novick. His power play is changing, so he'll just chip it around the boards. Great play to keep the puck alive. Passero. Emerson on his backhand sends it to LeBlanc. LeBlanc at Curry. Passero skates over to the point, sends it across for LeBlanc. LeBlanc skating in. Molinaro behind the net, plays it off of the back of the cage, and LeBlanc will take over. Molinaro. Curry at the point. LeBlanc unable to pass it through. Curry thought about a shot, sent it to the slot. Broman the shot, and it might have not have made it on goal. High stick negated by Billard, who comes back the other way on a short-handed try. Tyler Curry with the poke check, which forces him to the outside. And back from their own end comes LeBlanc. 15 seconds to go on the power play. Molinaro puts on the brakes. Passero in the slot. He couldn't tee up the shot, but Broman takes it back. Broman tried to center it, and it is cleared out of the zone by Zach Ahola, which will do it for the Oswego power play.
And you know what? They didn't capitalize on that opportunity, but they still made the plays where need be, and they kept Canton on their toes throughout that entire time. So if you're Canton, you gotta make plays with even strength.
Long stretch pass into Nenadal, who tried to center it, takes a deflection. Jody Sullivan was on the left wing trying to bang it in on the cross ice. Puck in the neutral zone. Oswego sends it in. Scorpio chasing after it with Connor Tuttle. Tuttle plays it off the glass to Ahola and to the other side of the other corner, and he gets it back. Skating up with it is Sean David. He's in over the line. Sean David puts a shot on it. Might have been sticked aside by Richer. Either way, it carries heavily into the boards. and just able to be kept in, but Sullivan takes it out. Nenadal in neutral ice. Into the zone. Chips it past his defender Matthews. Scorpio being held against the boards. Forechecking, beginning to pick up for SUNY Canton as they're able to escape the zone. Bailey Conklin in over. He takes a shot where it's saved by Richer, and he'll cover it.
And you know, that's definitely one thing you're seeing right now. Canton's playing a little saucy right now, taking chances on transition, going after the play. But you know what? That's all right. With the lead like how it is, you have to take chances and in hopes that it creates opportunities for you to take shots.
Conklin drawing against Zizek. Zizek won the faceoff after a little scrum at the circle, and Zizek will swing up strong on the left wing and sends it up for Spink. LeBlanc. Shepard takes it away from him, and Tyler Antonucci will backpedal inside of his own end. Sends it up at the blue line for Spink. Spink being shoved off by Conklin. The Roos take it, but backpedaling is Oswego. Resetting, Tyler Antonucci up for Josh Zizek, who's checked off, which allows the Canton Kangaroos to send it in so the defense can do a line change.
And definitely the big thing right now, you see the Lakers trying to regain that offensive momentum that you saw in the first period as they're coming down the ice right now.
LeBlanc, big shot, and it's gloved and held by Sarasulo.
And you know, that's a big thing right there. A big defensive stop by number 33, Michael Sarasulo. Definitely a big thing right there. If Canton can get this face off, we may be seeing a different change here in the second period.
14 minutes and 2 seconds to go in this second period of play. Oswego still leads by a score of 3-0. The faceoff comes to Sarasulo. He'll glove it, and we'll do the faceoff over again.
Well, that's the thing right there. He's trying to prevent rebounds from happening. So definitely the big thing right there. He's just playing smart defensively, not taking any chances, and letting the faceoff do its work.
Canton wins the faceoff inside of their own end, but they're unable to clear it as players are going down. And they'll have to tag up for offside. Tyson Bruce skating heavily. Ryan Bunka in over to speed up the play and force a mistake. Oswego takes the puck away, and a pass from Passero trying to find Broman. He wasn't there, but Broman takes it back. Broman in on goal. He loses the puck. The net is off its moorings. It wouldn't have counted anyway, but Sarasulo gets the glove on it.
Well, that was definitely a highly contested defensive play right there by the goal and by the Canton players. As you can just see right now, they're coming down the ice. He's trying to get the inside hit, but it's no good. The Canton goalie just jumps right on it, and the net comes loose. That's definitely a good defensive play right there by Canton, but if you're the Lakers, you have to change it around.
Even if the puck did go into the net, it likely would have been waved off as it was angled in by the skate and might have looked like a kicking motion, but it's all for naught, though, as they're setting up for the face-off and resetting the net in place. Referee's not happy with it yet. And now we're ready to go. Face-off taking place to the left of Sarasulo. Emerson to draw against Sean Seppard. Emerson wins the face-off, and Fletcher will play it off the glass to go down low for Molinaro. Mitch Emerson chips it up to the half wall where no offensive player is there, and SUNY Canton will play it off the glass and into neutral ice. David shoots and is sticked and held by Richer.
Now we're seeing Richer make those defensive plays as well. The Lakers not really being used to playing defense so far this game, but with the faceoff coming up down on the Lakers side, we're going to see if Canton can make an opportunity off of this faceoff.
This is where offensive zone faceoff become extremely critical, especially if you're SUNY Canton, as Sean David prepares to take it. Very few offensive chances thus far. He will draw against Durazio. Durazio wins the faceoff, and Max Novick will try to escape the zone, being shoved off by Durazio. Puck carries around the boards to Devaney, and they'll set something up at the point. Shot takes a deflection in the slot and carries harmlessly wide. Deflects off of Ohola's stick up into the air and into the far corner. Sticks clashing, and Tuttle able to make the play as he's falling to his knees. Trying to tee up a backhand shot, and Oswego will take it away. Devin Campbell tried to shake past his defender to spring Durazio on an odd man rush, but it is taken, and the 227s will meet up over by the boards. Oswego will wait inside of their own end.
And that's definitely the thing right now. Oswego's just trying to regain their footing and go back on the offensive.
Novick tried to go coast to coast, but his shot was blocked by Shepard.
That's an unfortunate thing right there, but you still have the 3-0 lead. Right now, you just got to let the clock wind down as much as possible.
From their own end come the Canton Kangaroos. Sean Shepard carrying it up, and he'll send a shot on goal. Flashy glove save, Richet, and he'll freeze it.
And you know, that was definitely one thing right there. That shot came almost all the way from the neutral zone, and definitely the big thing going on right there is the shot selections are just wild.
Yeah, 12 minutes and 9 seconds to go here in the second period. Shots unofficially 21-8 in favor of the Lakers. Puck comes just outside the zone, so Canton will have to reset. Bunka swings up on the right wing. He loses the puck. No dice as Zizek, and Routledge takes it away. Centers it. Routledge! And Richet makes the save off the pads. Deflection off of Zizek's stick, and it catches the glass. For Canton's first big opportunity of the game, and Spink tried to get past his defender to go on in a breakaway and potentially nab his third, but it is thwarted by the stick of the Roos.
And definitely a big thing right now. You just saw that in transition that they're trying to just keep the puck down on the Oswego end, but it's no good as the Lakers are just right on top of them.
Lakers in the midst of a line change, so the Roos will have an opportunity to skate it out of their own end. Matthews sends it a cross-ice dump in, as now Canton will change. Carter Allen looked like to go into the post hard, and he appears to be okay as Broman skates in over the line, cuts to the middle, shoots, and it goes off of the pads and finds it in his glove. Sarasulo will freeze it.
And that's definitely a thing right there. Playing smart defense, and definitely these shot selections are getting more wild as the period goes on. So these goals are being put to the test right now by both teams.
Slow moving second period, a lot of whistles to break up the play as Allen takes the puck at the point and sends it to the half wall. Gillespie around behind the net for Broman, where he's checked and it's taken by Passero. Carter Allen sends it behind the net. Broman tried to center it. Gillespie in the slot. He's skating, and he couldn't tee up a shot as the puck was lost in the skates of Aru.
And it looked like there that the Canton players were just falling over the puck, so definitely not a good way for you if you want to transition.
The centering pass was blocked, but Passero takes it, and he walks in. Carter Allen shoots it from the left wing, and it takes the deflection off of Aru's stick and wide. Flipped behind the net was Gillespie. Dished off to Ma, and Ma will skate it out to Needleman. Needleman protecting the puck, loses the puck, and back the other way comes Colton Fletcher. He's going to wait for reinforcements. He's driving into that backhand shot, saved by Sarasulo, who is in perfect position to make that save.
And you know what? That's the thing right there. He saw an opportunity. He decided to take it, but it was no good.
And we are going to take another look at the Oswego State penalty kill, as Oswego will receive a penalty, and it's going to be against Mitch Emerson.
And that's the big thing going on right now. But if you review the backhand shot right there, that's just part of the multiple shot selections going on in this second period. They're not being careful. They're just shooting just to shoot the puck.
Correction, is not going to be an Emerson penalty. He was skating towards the bench, so it looked like it for a second. It will be Colton Fletcher for what looked like a holding call. We'll get the official word here in a second. It looked like a holding signal from the referee. And the penalty kill will send it all the way down, and Canton will have to start the penalty kill from their own end. Calls indeed holding as they're now setting up a rush. Out of the zone is Bullard, sends it to the right side for David. David puts on the brakes and sends it back at the point for Ahola, who sends it behind the net. Devin Campbell battling with Perrick. Two on two scrum now behind. Spink comes away with it, but David has the angle and he's able to send it to Ahola, who loses the handle, but a great keep at the line keeps his pressure alive for the Roos. Ahola down low, sends it back to Ahola. Into the slot for David. He couldn't get the shot off. The backhander by Petrick is blocked. Zizek skating on his backhand, waiting for a chance to send it out, and he'll finally get the space he needs to flip it all the way down with just a minute to go in the Colton Fletcher holding minor.
And you know what? He just kind of yeeted that puck right down there, so that way the Canton players are just misorganized and confused on what to go on as you see Canton trying to regain their footing down in their own zone.
Peace up the left wing, sends it to Routledge. Devaney unable to take the pass at the right point, and Oswego will clear again.
And you can see right now Canton trying to just set up a play going on, trying to figure out the transitional lanes for their next shot opportunity.
McIntosh skates it in, leaves it off to the left wing where it's poke checked away by Tyler Curry, and the Roos will reset in the neutral zone with 23 seconds to go in the penalty. He leaves it off for Peace. Peace, Allen, and he flips it out back to the neutral zone. 15 seconds to go. Maybe time for one last chance as Devaney skates in, tries to deke past his defenders, does so, but is unable to get the shot. Sends it back to the point for Kyler Matthews. Shot deflection, scores!
Oh my word, that is a player to watch, and that is definitely a man who took that shot. Phenomenal shot selection. He just saw the opening, just took it, and definitely a big opportunity and a big momentum changer for the Canton Kangaroos.
Looked like it took a deflection in front. Unable to see who got it. It was Kyler Matthews who led the line to his bench. So we'll assume he has the goal for now until we hear anything different from the public address announcer here.
And that's definitely a momentum changer for that Canton bench and for the other players, showing that you can still get right back into this game.
So Oswego's penalty killing woes continue, as with just 4 seconds to go in the power play, they give up one. Oswego now leads by a score of 3-1.
And you know, we saw that yesterday with Canton, is that they were down players as well, and they were still able to capitalize on these opportunities. They were still able to score. So hopefully this is a different change for them for the later period.
High shot from Bullard catches the glass, and Ryan Bunk is trying to shake off a defender. Long pass finds Emerson in a neutral zone. AJ D'Orazio tried to take a pass in stride. He unable to enter the zone, and Antonucci will start out from his own end. Molinaro skates in, and he sends it down towards the right wing. Skating behind his own net. Molinaro in on the forecheck to try to take the puck away. Pass from Sean David goes behind the net. Zyzik in after it. And David Hofer will flip it up into the zone, and it will hit the scoreboard, and the puck will come all the way back into Canton territory.
Definitely not the pass that you want, hitting the scoreboard. Gone way too high. We've been seeing a lot of high-flying pucks going around here. That's definitely a big thing going on.
And with that pass hitting the scoreboard, instead of the puck being cleared all the way down, they will now have to deal with an offensive zone face-off to the right of Sarasulo that Zyzik will take against Needleman, and he wins it. Novik sends it across. Zyzik unable to skate fast enough to get the pass, and Maz unable to get the loose puck in the neutral zone to send it back the other way. LeBlanc loses the puck to Shepard. Tanner Spink now has it, and Tyson Bruce takes it up and will start a rush towards center. The shot from Conklin goes off of a stick, gets the glass, and goes all the way around to the right wing where it's held over in the corner, and Novik will take it. Novik switching over to the right wing, sends it up to Zyzik. Zyzik flips a pass ahead for Spink, and it takes a deflection off a stick and taken by Ma of the Roos. Conklin unable to spring Marcus Baird quick enough, which would have had an odd man rush back the other way.
And you know what? He kind of whiffed that pass right there to create the odd man rush. So that's an unfortunate opportunity missed there by Canton.
Passarino goal, big rebound loose in front, and it's dealt with by Tyler Bullard as a dangerous chance for the Roos was in front of the goal.
That's definitely a big thing. You don't want to
Allen the shot, another rebound, and a quick whistle we're going to get here. And it's not going to be a freezing. It looks like we're going to get a penalty call against Gillespie.
And you know what? That's definitely a thing right over there. You saw them collide against each other, over on the board, and that's going to result in a penalty for both of the players being sent to the box.
So we will skate 4-on-4. We're looking to try to get what the signal is. But we will play 2 minutes of 4-on-4. That much is for certain.
And yeah, that is correct. We're going to see that coming up right now. It's still even strength of a 4-on-4 play, as we're going to see different players coming in off the bench and change up the rotation for both teams to create opportunities for themselves.
We didn't catch a signal. It will be both 16s, Tyler Bullard and Michael Gillespie box. Will wait the call from the public address. But the faceoff is won by the Roos. Sean Seppard will try to escape the zone. Sean David now in the neutral zone. The clearing attempt back to Shepard. It's taken by the Lakers, and Tyler Curley will send a pass up to Broman. Backpedaling for Passero, who skates it in. Passero going down the left wing. players collide, and it's taken by the Roos, and they'll start a quick rush back to center. 3-on-2 if they hurry. Joe Devaney in, and great defense by the Lakers to slow that play down.
And definitely a big thing right there. They got back into position. They waited to see where the transitional lanes are coming by Canton, and they interfered with the passing in order for them to create a new offensive opportunity.
Missed check by Canton, springs Oswego back the other way. Nenadal fakes the shot, and then he takes a slap shot looking for Tyler Curry's deflection, and it looks like we're going to get roughing calls on both ends as the Roos come back the other way. David Hofer loses the puck to Devin Campbell, trying to spring, and back the other way comes Scorpio. He'll come in with some speed, and he loses the puck on an attempted toe drag, which sends it harmlessly behind the net towards the left wing for Hofer. 39 seconds left in the coincidental minors for roughing as the puck is in Canton territory. Skated away by Matt Needleman. Excuse me, it's Zach Peace as they're resetting in their own zone, waiting for their players to complete a change. Given away to LeBlanc in the neutral zone, and he'll go back the other way. Novak coming up on the left. Novak shoots, and it goes off of the goalie's mask and up into the American flag.
And then you know what? If you wanted a video definition of the word yeet, that's what it was right there. Just an unfortunate shot going on right there. And you know what? He didn't get the opportunity, so.
4 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in this second period of play. Oswego leads by a score of 3-1. Shots 24-10 in favor of Oswego. Canton beginning to find their legs here in the second period.
And you know what? It's still not too late for them to find their footing here, as the score is only a 2-point differential.
Antonucci shoots, and the deflection of Zizek's stick goes back the other way. Flipped up into the zone. Tyler Antonucci has it, sends it across the ice for Bunka, and Zizek will spring Bunka back into the zone. Bunka looking wide, sends a pass for LeBlanc, and he's unable to get on the other end of it as it carries harmlessly back, and LeBlanc will reset from his own end. Sends it across the ice for Bunka. Back across the ice for Tanner Spink, who's in over the line and avoids a check. Nice play by Tanner Spink, who's driving in on goal. The puck is lost, and the puck wasn't covered, but the referees blew the whistle anyhow.
Oh no, you see the players going at it again. You just see them. The tension is still boiling. It is still coming up. As you saw, number 10, Kyler Matthews, just throw a stick down. He is ready to throw hands with the other team, and that is something you cannot have if you're the coach of Canton.
Tanner Spink crashing the net, looking to get his third goal of the game. And the puck was lost in a rebound. Take a look at Gosick.
And you know, that's the thing right there, is that Gosick just trying to create opportunities in the box, but
Broman was held there a little bit by a stray stick. No penalty called. A little bit of an incidental contact. Referees let that one go as the puck is now deep in Oswego territory. Broman, Curry, Ahola, and Devaney battling, where it's won by Canton and kept in at the line by Fearheller. Carter Allen sends it around for Fearheller, who keeps it at the point. Backhands a pass, takes a deflection off of Curry's stick, and Richer will have to make a save.
And you know what? That almost could have ended up terribly for the Lakers defense. If that went in, we could be talking about a different game right now. But you know, Rieker just saw it, and he just grabbed it and took the mitten over everything else.
Oswego looking gassed and on their back foot in these last couple minutes. Face-off won by the Roos, and the big slap shot by Tyson Bruce, and another try from Sean David goes wide. Back the other way comes Spink looking for his third, and Spink is unable to take the pass in stride off of the pressure from the Canton defenders. Zizek one-timer, and it goes right past the left post. Oswego is now getting some offensive zone pressure as Novik tries to keep it in. It is flipped out, and Tyson Bruce will avoid touching the puck for the high stick call. Campbell up to LeBlanc. Sends a little pass off the boards, trying to find Zizek. Patted aside. It's into the path of Devin Campbell, who will swing off the right wing and start the rush to center. Campbell still with the puck, very strong on a stick. Backhands a shot, and it goes off the shoulder of Sarasulo, and back out to neutral ice. Here comes Ma. Ma tries to shake past his defenders. Does a nice job of doing so, but Max Novik forces him to the outside, and he doesn't have a shooting lane, and they'll be forced to take it behind their own net. Campbell backhands a pass to Nenadal. Sticks cancel out, and it goes to Ma. Sent back around the boards by Bailey Conklin, where it's taken by Devin Campbell. Backhanded to Novik. as they're looking to escape their zone. Sent across, finds Nedadal, and Nundadal is unable to handle the pass, but they're able to send it out. Mine over the line. Conklin wasn't able to get there fast enough. It was intercepted by Campbell, and Scorpio backhands up the puck in as Oswego is off for a line change.
And you know, the big thing right now, we're seeing that they're just fighting for possession at this point. Both teams have finally figured each other out, and they're just trying to gain possession long enough to create opportunities.
Bouncing puck causes Sarasulo to glove it with 1 minute and 31 seconds to go in the second period.
And you know what? Some of these players are getting really tired out here. You can see the tired and the frustration coming around. You know, you got to rotate new players in so that way you can keep your star players fresh and ready to go.
A thing that is done a lot easier this year with the NCAA's addition of an extra man as Carter Allen takes a shot into the deflection, almost finds the right post. It looked like Mitch Emerson got his stick on that shot. Ehola tries to start a rush, finds the neutral zone. In over the line is David. David's shot was blocked, and it is in the stick of Colton Fletcher, who skates around on an empty left wing, and he'll be able to escape the zone. Fletcher avoids a poke check and sends it to the right side, Emerson. Emerson tees up a shot, and the rebound goes wide. Molinaro unable to get a stick on it. Sent around the boards for Sean David as we come to the last minute of play here in the second period. Tyler Curry waiting for someone to pass to. Broman couldn't tee up a shot. From a skate to a stick is Allen, and it takes a deflection off of Ahola in the slot, and Broman switching sides, putting on the brakes, trying to shake off a defender to find a passing lane. Back at the point for Allen. Allen off the boards. Molinaro turning around. Puck lost in the slot. Emerson goes down, and we're going to get a penalty here for holding Connor Tuttle on top of Emerson just in front of the net.
And you know, that's just an obvious call right there by the referee. We saw a few calls go earlier, but not this one.
And we're going to get some pushing and shoving between Broman and the captain here. Sorry to cut you off.
And you know, that tension is just going to keep boiling, and it's going to keep boiling, and it's just going to come to a boiling point. As we see here, he's right on top of him. He is holding him down against the ice. That is not okay if you're Oswego, and the rest made the obvious call there.
They're probably going to call it interference. Zyzik is wanting an explanation from the referee of why it's maybe not something more. And Devaney will come and join the referees for their discussion over there as they attempt to figure out the penalty. Right now, the only penalty up on the board is to number 25, Connor Tuttle, for what looks like will probably be either a hold or an interference. But either way, Oswego will go to a power play. 30 seconds here in the second period, and they'll have a minute 30 of power play time. Gosick is now near the bench wanting an explanation.
You know, they're all just looking for answers right now, and sometimes the referees cannot give a straight answer for the call. As a play is being reviewed, has it been looked over, sometimes they can't always provide an acceptable explanation.
Zizek's talking to Coach Gosick, and we're taking a look to see what his reaction is, and he's calling over the referee. He's not finished with him yet.
And definitely another thing, the tension between the players. Now there's tension between the coaches. And that's definitely a big thing too, as the referees can sometimes make decisions that changes the entire course of a game.
So on we go to the power play. Oswego will have a chance to get another goal right before we go to the locker room. And Zyzik will send it back and forth between Novick. Gillespie over at the right wing, tried to center it. Emerson stuck in the blue plate. Zyzik! And Sarasulo will pounce on the puck and cut down the angle with 12.4 seconds to go.
Well, you know what? He's not going to go for that again. He saw an opportunity there, and he stopped Zyzik from getting any chance whatsoever. As you can see, rebound. Zyzik comes up, tries to shoot it in, but it's no good, as Sarasulo has made the block.
First unit staying out there. Zyzik wins the draw, but it goes to the Canton Kangaroos, and they'll try to spring up a shorthanded chance, and they'll get reinforcements back as the shot goes wide. 3 seconds, 2 and 1, and time expires on the second period of play. Oswego still leads by a score of 3-1, and they'll have a minute 31 of power play time going into the final frame.
And you know, definitely looking here, if you're heading into the locker room, it's only a 2-point difference with Canton and Oswego. If you're Canton, you're going to try to prevent Oswego from getting to power play, and you're going to try to create your own, but you got to keep the tension down so that way your players don't go to the penalty box.
Who do you think had the better period, Oswego or Canton?
I still think it's Oswego. Canton has made strides in improvement this period, but it's still the Lakers' game.
Canton improving, but they're the only one that gets a goal in this period as they cut the Lakers' lead down to 2 with 1 period of play to go here at the Pathfinder Bank Oswego Hockey Classic on Hockey Night in Oswego.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Living Connect. Absolutely, Dan Kane, this is his second year. Have at least one shot, but communicate and just, you have to go back to the basics. Absolutely wrong, because
right now 1-2 in the SUNY action. If you can win both of those games,
sick and tired, Brandon.
If the other team can win 1 point, take advantage of it.
Oh, absolutely. Come on. Just give me the 1-0 lead, all right?
No.
Or watching Laker Connection.
Connections here on WTOP 10.
Get caught buzz driving, and you could do some hard time.
Craig, knock it off.
Sorry, Mom. It could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. And that could set you back a few years. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Hey guys, I think I'm a little shiny. Can someone help with that, please?
So you ready for tonight?
Yeah, I think so.
So, you're gonna start off the show suspended from the ceiling, right? So you're all set with that. So yeah, just remember everything else we talked about and make sure you follow the prompter.
I mean, don't I always?
No, just do what we talked about, okay?
Alright, no problem. Let's go!
It's a beautiful day out here. Sunny today with light breezes, giving way to clouds in the afternoon. We could see some light precipitation to moderate precipitation later on, followed by powerful storm-like conditions. 90 miles per hour winds are expected. Authorities are asking everyone, stay indoors. Come on, that's it. Let's go.
You know who's going off in fantasy this week? Drew Brees.
Brees with time.
You guys are sleeping on Odell Beckham Jr., though. I think he's scoring 3 TDs this week.
And it throws it Beckham across the middle.
No, tell me, the Bears defense is what's going to go off this week. I mean, holy
Chicago Bears.
Looking for these? You drive buzzed. It could be one very expensive ride.
First, you gotta make bail. Then pay me to get your car back.
Your insurance premiums will go through the roof.
And my legal fees just keep adding up. All told, it could end up costing you $10,000.
Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
As an American, it's hard to hear that we have a serious hunger issue in our country. And as a parent, it's even harder to hear that 1 in 5 of our kids struggles with hunger, especially when billions of pounds of good food are wasted every year. Feeding America is a nationwide network of food banks that helps provide billions of meals to families in need right in your community. Visit feedingamerica.org to support Feeding America in your local food bank. Together we can solve hunger. Together, we're Feeding America.
Want to know all the latest things pop culture? Tune in to Let's Talk About It every other Monday at 10 p.m.
Welcome back inside the Murano Campus Center Ice Arena for the second intermission report of the Pathfinder Bank Oswego Hockey Classic Final here on Hockey Night in Oswego. Thank you for joining us here on WTOP 10 from the United States, Canada, or wherever you might be located tonight. An exciting matchup between the Canton Kangaroos and Oswego State Lakers. 3-1 Oswego leads at the end of 2.
Well, definitely we're getting somewhat of the high scoring that we anticipated, but despite all that, it is still closely contested. It's only a 2-point difference as Canton did get a goal in the second period.
Yeah, during that second period, we begin to see Canton find their legs a little bit. Do you think they have what it takes going into the third period, a man down for a minute and 31 seconds off of a holding penalty? Do they have the ability to come back from what you've seen so far?
Definitely what I saw out there is that first goal set the tone of saying, no, we're still in this. We're not just going to go down, take it. We're going to come back. As you see, Kyler Matthews just takes the first shot. Number 10 right there. Definitely a player to watch. He's been going out there, despite some roughing. He's been a phenomenal player when he's been out on the ice, and that's definitely a big thing. He's just creating opportunities, but as you see here, Canton is trying to create opportunities in general, but the Lakers are just taking the puck away from them and creating their own offensive plays. But the other thing you have to watch out too is the physicality of this game. We saw players go into the penalty box a lot, and when we go back to the third period, we're going to have a minute 30 coming up, especially after that last holding play. Like, it's just phenomenal. It's just a lot of physicality going on, a lot of contact going on, and that's something you have to watch out for in this third period, especially with the point difference.
Oswego's penalty kill hasn't been doing so great so far, but again, the physicality going into this third period, it's going to be a battle of who has the most stamina with the way this play and the way these hits have been so far.
And, you know, definitely all these hits are taking a lot of energy out of both teams. As you look right here, that's right, number 23 just slams a Laker against the board. And as you see here, Devaney takes a hit from number 19, Melanaro. It's just a big thing going on right now. It's the physicality, as we've seen from the first puck drop of the first period, and that's definitely going to transition over into the third period. And look again, the Canton just lighting up these Lakers players, and that holding call right at the end, that is probably one of the worst calls, one of the easiest calls that the refs could do, but it's just not a good defensive strategy for Canton moving forward.
Yeah, you send Oswego, who hasn't been that lethal on the power play as of late, but the Gillespie-Zizek connection, or the Gillespie-anybody who's on the end of his pass connection, is lethal on the Oswego power play.
And that's right, Gillespie, definitely another player to watch out for the rest of this game. It's just creating opportunities for everybody. And you know, that's the whole point of being a team player, is creating the opportunities for your teammates. And that's an important thing going forward. If Gillespie wants to put away this game, he's got to help set up shots for his teammates.
Special teams becoming the story of this game so far. 2 goals for Oswego scored on the power play. The last 3 goals overall, the Kyler Matthews Canton one, by the way, in the power play. What did you think of the penalty kill, other than the fact that they ended up scoring on Oswego?
And you know, that's a big thing. It's just the penalty allowed them to get that opportunity to score. But definitely, if they can keep doing that, that's going to be a great opportunity for them moving forward.
Oswego, at times during that second period, looked a little bit flat. What do you think that this is the cause of? Is it the physicality, or is it maybe they're sitting back a little bit comfortable with their lead?
It could be definitely a mix of both, but definitely the physicality is taking a lot of energy out of them, and that's a big thing. This is a very physical game. Canton wants this win, and they're willing to do anything, fighting tooth and nail to get this, no matter what. So definitely, if you're the Lakers, you got to rotate new players in, let your star players rest, so that way later in the game, in case Canton tries to come back, your star players will be somewhat refreshed.
Who's the most underrated player for Oswego so far?
Definitely, I mean, we talked about Spink, we talked about Gillespie. Let's just talk about, this is a really big one, but Carter Allen's getting out there. He's making passes as well, and that's a big thing for them, is that Carter Allen is drawing the defenders out, so that way he's able to create the inside pass for his players and try to get those center slot pass goals as we saw earlier in this game.
Coming up after the break, we have more highlights, analysis, and period summary for you. You're watching the Pathfinder Bank Oswego Hockey Classic Final on Hockey Night in Oswego.
Good evening and welcome to WTOP 10 Nightly News. total, Baldwin faces 32 charges.
I went to Woodchuck Saloon.
Too much temperature change.
1310 meteorologist.
2 as well. Visions from Tanner Spink.
Go to 2 and 1.
2 with 6 and 10 on the year.
There's one thing you can never have sex without.
It's consent.
Because sex without it isn't sex.
It's rape.
It's on us to stop sexual assault.
Learn how and take the pledge at itsonus.org.
I want to eat apples and bananas. I need to eat apples and bananas. Why can't I eat?
1 in 5 children struggles with hunger in America. Support the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks to help provide meals to those in need. Join us at feedingamerica.org.
Hello?
Josh, the stream's not working. We need you to fix it right now.
The stream's down? I'll be right there.
You make me wear my bike helmet. Taught me never to run with scissors.
So why do you keep a loaded gun in your drawer?
How safe is that?
You asked them to follow some safety rules. Now they're asking you. Never let your gun get into the wrong hands. Always. Lock it up.
Jake.
Hi.
What's wrong?
It's just a bad day, you know.
Oh, Creative Services can help you.
Back here on the networks of WTOP 10, whether you're watching on 10.2 public access or Facebook or Twitch. Here inside the Steve Levy press box, Oswego leads by a score of 3-1 going into the third period.
And that's right. They earned that 3-1 score, but they gave up the one goal in the second period as Canton is now on the board. Only making it, as I keep saying over and over again, only a 2-point difference here in the lead.
Well, let's take a look at the statistics after 2 here on Laker ice. But the first thing that we need to take a look at are the shots.
Definitely the shots have gone up for this period for Canton. They're over 11 shots right now. Oswego still has a lead in those shots. Definitely, it's still Oswego on the offensive side. Canton needs to pick up the pace on shots taken if that's a big thing. That's a big thing, though. Canton needs to increase their shots for this period.
Take a look at those secondary totals. There was a little bit of a problem, technical difficulties. We apologize for that. But look at that staggering shot difference, 48 to 15.
That's over 30 more shots, and Canton needs to catch up in this game, and that's going to be really important for them, taking more shots, creating confusion amongst the Lakers defense.
And they're not going to be able to come out of the gate really quick because they still have a minute and 31 seconds of power play time for Oswego to kill off.
But that's definitely going to be a big thing. They got to make sure they fend off the Oswego offensive players. That way they're not letting them get the opportunities, and they're not going to let Oswego build a lead anymore.
A little bit of an interesting tidbit from that goal. It's Kyler Matthews' power play goal for Canton. The assist, Tyson Bruce, the former Oswego State Laker, gets a point here for the away team now on his former home ice.
And you know, that's a big thing for him. He's sending a statement saying, I can play anywhere on any team and I can still score, even if that happens to be his former teammates. He knows the strategies, he knows the defensive lanes, and that's a big thing for him in order to keep scoring.
What do you think Gosick is telling his players coming out of the locker room?
Definitely for Gosick, don't get ahead of yourselves. There are still 20 minutes in the third period. You got to play it smart, play good defense, and just keep the score where it is and build on that lead.
Hardware at stake tonight for both Oswego, who wants to win their own tournament, and Canton, who doesn't, or as far as national rankings go, it's a little bit early to start looking to these a little bit too in depth, but Canton has a lot of competition for a Pool B bid, so this might be their only chance to get some hardware.
And you know what? If they come back and win this game today, they will definitely have a good argument as to why they should be in the bid for the playoffs, and that would be big. Oswego is just trying to prove that they can be not only a ranked team, but a well-set unranked team, and they're trying to show that, yes, we are a top competitor, and we will come into this playoff.
Expect Oswego to shoot up in the national ranking should they win, as they've already beat Salve Regina earlier today, and should they beat Canton, they would face a team that beat Salve in the first game to begin with.
And that's going to be a big thing. Definitely some keys for the Lakers coming up. You just got to keep a level head. You got to keep a cool head. Avoid the box, and definitely, if possible, try to build on that lead. For Canton, on the other hand, they got to take shots. They got to throw out the Laker defense. And the big thing, they got to get some odd man rushes in order to get the faceoffs down on the Lakers side.
Oswego just 20 minutes away from capturing another Pathfinder Bank Oswego Hockey Classic title after losing last year in upsetting fashion. A big letdown to what otherwise was an amazing season for last year's Lakers.
You know what, that's going to be a big thing. If they win this tournament, they are sending a statement not only to just the opponents that they played, but also to the rest of the nation saying, we are ready for hockey playoffs, but first they got to get through these next 20 minutes and get that W.
Fortunately for Oswego, they will deal with the next minute and 30 on the power play, but we have seen shorthanded chances go back the other way for Canton.
And you know, that's a big thing too. Canton can't have the puck be turned over when they're trying to set up an offensive play. Definitely, they need to change up their lanes when they're transitioning so that way they throw off the defense and create shot opportunities.
The advantage of having that intermission in between the periods has allowed the Oswego Lakers to rest their first power play unit as they will start. Zizek in the middle to take the faceoff, winged by Tanner Spink and Emerson. Gillespie and Novick covering the points as the third period is now underway.
And you know, you see here, the Lakers are just trying to set up and get ready for this period. The big thing for them is going to be time management going forward for the last 20 minutes.
Tanner Spink, who has 2 goals tonight, it laid it off for Gillespie. Gillespie has the puck, cross the ice for Zizek. He shoots, and Emerson couldn't put the puck back to his backhand to score on the rebound. In the slot is Spink. Sends it to the point for Novick. Across the ice for Zizek. Gillespie, Spink trying to get the hat trick, and he goes high.
You know, that's a thing right there. They're just taking shots right now in order to create opportunities.
Gillespie couldn't get the pass into the center ice from the sliding block of Shepard, and the big shot by Novick carries all the way around the glass, and that'll be as good as a clear for the Canton penalty kill.
You know, right there, you just saw one of the Canton players actually was playing without his stick. His stick just broke like dry spaghetti, and that's unfortunate, but hopefully we'll see him back in the game with a brand new, more sturdy stick.
Fornero to Passero, and Sarasulo is able to get the stick down in time. Passero on the other end of the ice. He couldn't get a shot off. The pass is now at the point to Tyler Curry. He keeps it in at the line. Big shot, Broman, one-timer. Zizek on the rebound. Excuse me, it was LeBlanc, but it carries high. Back at the point for Curry. 3 seconds to go on the power play. Passero looking towards the ice. Cross the ice, Molinaro sends it through the crease, and they'll have to come back quickly. Tripping call on LeBlanc, and on the odd man rush the other way, he takes a penalty, and now Canton will go to a power play.
Well, you know, it kind of looked like that piece just kind of slipped down. But looking on the replay here, you can see that that is a very big chance by Zizek, but it does not connect inside to the net. That's an unfortunate opportunity missed to build on that lead. As we now see, the tripping call is definitely going to affect the Lakers, and we see LeBlanc in the penalty box.
Penalty kill for Oswego, 1 for 1 on the night. The last penalty kill, they scored with 4 seconds to go in the penalty. And here comes a shorthanded chance back the other way. Devin Campbell created it, and he'll just chip it ahead, taking the safe option, looking to kill more time. Netadal centered a pass as if they were continuing on offense. Starting out from their own end is Aho. Bullard skating around. Sends it up to Heitzenbergs, who sends it around. Carries all the way around the boards over to Sean David and given back to Zizek, who's skating up on a shorthanded try. Zizek in on goal, shoots, patted aside by Sarasulo. And back the other way comes the power play. Quick breakout for Bullard. Bullard skating to the center of the ice, sends it off. The shot saved by Richer.
You know, Richer right there, he just stopped that goal. You know, Canton coming up is just saying, give me some of that loot. And Richer said, no, sir. He just blocked him right there. That could have ended badly if it was rebounded. So Richer definitely made the smart call there.
17 minutes and 33 seconds remaining in regulation. 1 minute, 11 seconds to go in the minor penalty to LeBlanc for tripping. The Canton Roos won the faceoff, but the puck briefly comes outside the zone, and it's lost in Tyson Bruce's skates, and the faceoff will come just outside the blue line.
And you know, Spink's just giving Bruce a little welcome back present, coming back to the Murano Campus Center, a former Laker, just giving him a warm welcome in the third period here.
Routledge against Zizek. Zizek won the faceoff. There's a tie-up, but it's in the zone. Tyson Bruce with the puck. He's skating down low. Players both going down. It looks like they lost an edge. No penalties. As Zach Peace loses an edge as he tries to center the pass. Back at the point. Sent down low for Routledge. Routledge skating around. Tyson Bruce is there to take the puck, and it's sent out to the point for McIntosh. Little touch pass, and he loses his footing. Sean David lost the puck, and it is sent down by Oswego. 37 seconds to go in the man advantage.
Hey, you know, that's the thing there. It could have been a bad time for Canton, but you know what? They managed to recover, send it down to their side so they can reset, get some players in, and try to create an offensive opportunity.
David was 1-on-3, and Tyson Bruce will have to backhand it behind the net, where the other two, Carter Allen for it, and Tyson Bruce takes control. Big shot, one-timer by Matthews, and it gets the glass, didn't make its way onto the net. Tyson Bruce over at the right wing. Sends a pass off the boards into the corner. Tyson Bruce has the puck. He goes down, and Ahola tries to center it. Puck loose by the post, and Richer will throw his stick, but not onto the puck, and it will be covered.
And you know, that's the thing right there, preventing the rebound from happening. He just jumped right on that puck, and that's an important thing, is to stop those opportunities as Oswego's given up before. You can see here, you look down there, it almost got tipped in by the Lakers teammate, but fortunately for them, Riker was just right on that.
Tuttle with the shot, and the rebound from Ahola wasn't able to be put in. That's a tough play to make as a goaltender when you have to cover the puck with your glove. That is not your catching glove. Puck goes all the way down to Richer, and he'll stick it aside and send it to Tyler Antonucci to keep the play moving. Bunka off the boards, sends it to Passero in neutral ice and sent back in. Bunka battling with Ahola. Bunka off the glass, kept in at the line by Tuttle. He'll send it down where Bunka meets it again. Oswego trying to clear the zone. They finally do, and the strength of Bunka. Bunka's being hooked, and it's a clear-cut call for the referee. Don't know where the puck is, and Canton will cover up, will touch up, excuse me, and we'll get the call.
And you know, that's a big thing right there, is that they're trying to come down, the Lakers are trying to come down, create an offensive opportunity. But as you see here, the Canton player just gets right on top of him, trying to hold him down, preventing him from getting back up and possibly making an offensive opportunity for the Lakers.
That's as clear of a hooking call as you will probably ever see one as Tuttle goes off. And Oswego will go to another power play.
You know, if you're Canton, this is not what you want right now. You don't want Oswego to get the power plays. You want to actually create your own power plays. So Canton's going to have to play strong defense here and make sure the Lakers don't capitalize on this power play.
Puck behind the net taken by Canton. It looks like they're going to skate to center to try to get a shorthanded chance. And argues from the bench as it looks like Broman was hooking on that call. The referee's arm stays down, and I have to agree with Canton on this one.
Yeah, I have to agree with them too. That was an obvious hooking call right there, but the referees didn't do it. They're trying to keep the pace of this game going, and that was just either a really bad missed call or the referees are just not doing their job.
Power play continues. Passero angles it off. LeBlanc tried to put it on. It takes a deflection off of the blue paint and goes to Passero. Curry. LeBlanc. Back to Curry. Curry looking for a lane to shoot and takes a deflection off of Broman's stick up into the protective netting.
And you know, that's a big thing right there. They're still taking more shots than Canton. They still have the power play, so there's no point in rushing the offensive set. They have to calm down, they have to slow it down, set up their shots, and definitely create more opportunities. But looking at this play earlier, that's an obvious hooking call there on the Lakers, and it should have been called.
Isaac won the face-off cleanly, and Novick will look for a lane to shoot in. Gives it to Gillespie. Down low, Emerson, he tried to stuff it in, and it goes off the outside of the pads of Sarasulo. Back to the point for Novick. Shoots. He takes a deflection off of Spink's stick and doesn't make it through. Nice keep for Novick to able to have it in at the line, and a chop by Spink sends it down low for Emerson. Great energy to the Lakers play right now. Emerson centers it. Novick. Isaac, the one-timer, and he scores! Tanner Spink off the rebound, and that's a hat trick!
Unbelievable right there. An unbelievable play by number 7 of Oswego. Spink, just phenomenal. Just a phenomenal play right there as the Lakers will now take a commanding 4-1 lead here in the third period.
We'll take a look at the replay. Interestingly enough, Mitch Emerson led the line. It sounded like a deflection.
And it looked like a deflection, and you know, he's Russell trying to get out there, but unfortunately, his diving attempt did not work.
We'll wait for the official call on who actually scored the goal. Usually when hockey players lead the line back to the bench, it's an indication that they were the ones that scored.
And it's still unclear, but it looks like it was actually number 9, Emerson, who might have actually gotten the goal.
We'll wait for the official scoring, and there's a delay here on the ice. Referee's checking the net on the Canton end.
Yeah, we didn't see that the netting got roughed up.
Look.
Here's another look, but we don't see the netting getting roughed up at any point.
It's Emerson with the goal.
But that was definitely Emerson with the goal right there. And, you know, despite the attempt of diving block, the effort goes in vain as Oswego is now up 4-1.
Excuse me for getting everybody's hopes up with another hat trick, which would have been the second hat trick in a row that I've had the pleasure to call here on TOP, as Canton takes a timeout with 14 minutes and 18 seconds to go as Oswego increases their lead to 3.
Well, you know what? It's still early, and if you're the Lakers, you might get loose with a couple more of your shot selections. So definitely if you're Spink, I try to go for the hat trick today.
Shots unofficially up on the scoreboard. Double that of Canton right now. Oswego taking 31 shots to Canton's 14.
Hey, you know, that's not good. That's not good if you're Canton right now. And obviously, this is a good time to call a timeout. You need to slow down your team and, like, look, we need to score and either tie up this game or win the game and to show that we are a really competitive team.
3-goal lead is a very hard lead to surmount with just 14 minutes remaining in regulation. The timeout serves as a chance to regroup, but Canton cannot afford to give up another goal.
Well, you got to rally the troops at this point. It's still enough time for a potential comeback. So if you're the coach of Canton, you got to rally the troops together and come up with your game plan and execute.
The puck is in Oswego territory. Routledge looking for a lane to shoot in, and it takes a deflection off of Sullivan onto the goal, and Richer will deal with it.
Richer just saw that. That could have been very dangerous, but he just saw it, he just grabbed it, and that's all there is to it.
But an offensive zone faceoff coming up now for Canton that Bullard will take.
You know, you're looking here, this is exactly the position Canton wants to be, to have a face-off at the Oswego end and to create offensive opportunities for themselves.
Carter Allen's clearing attempt off the face-off fails, and Canton will have a chance to set up an offensive forecheck. Matthews in, pinching in from the point. Matthews still has the puck, tried to center it into the body of Spink, and it takes a friendly bounce towards Canton's way. They're unable to get a stick on the loose puck. Tanner Spink out, and it's kept in at the line. Tyson Bruce with the shot, and it goes off of the skate of Tyler Curry, sends it up to Zizek, and he'll skate it ahead. He drops a pass off for LeBlanc, who's streaking down the right wing. Spinning away, gives it to Zizek. 2-on-2 scrum. Puck sent around the boards, and Carter Allen will have to pinch in to save it. Carter Allen gets checks from Roger Powers, and it is now behind the net. Campbell will take it over at the half wall. Loose puck comes out of the zone and sent back in by Zizek. And Oswego will have a complete wholesale line change, and Canton as well, with just over 13 minutes to go in regulation time.
And you know, that's a big thing right now, changing up the lineups, keeping your players fresh, so that way when you do try to catch up, you're going to have somewhat refreshed players going into the game.
Opposite corner dump in. It looks like Gillespie is going to get called on a slashing penalty, as they were just going in to try to get the puck. Stick comes up near the hands. The referee's arm will go up every single time.
And you know, you can just see it on his face. He does not like that call at all. But you know what? He's just going to have to go in there and just face the penalty box. And hopefully Oswego does not get scored on during this power play.
Maybe last year that wouldn't have been called a penalty, but with the new rule changes implemented by the NCAA during the offseason and points of emphasis added for enforcement, slashing is one of them. Slashing there is being called so much tighter this year, which is why Canton is now on a power play. Tyson Bruce sends it around. Devin Campbell finds the loose puck, and he'll backhand it out of the zone. Matthews being chased at by Emerson. Emerson a little aggressive with his stick. No penalty called on him, as Canton now begins a rush to center. Sent into the zone by Tyson Bruce, and Richer will glove it and hold on with 1 minute, 35 seconds to go in the Gillespie minor.
Well, definitely you see right now Canton trying to create opportunities with the power play. You see Kyler Matthews, number 10, definitely trying to help out his teammates, and number 2, Bruce, just trying to get the one up on his former teammates. It's definitely going to be a tough comeback if they try to do it.
Billard against Emerson for the face-off in Oswego territory. Emerson got the stick to it, but it takes a bounce to Canton, and they'll set up. And it looks like we're going to get another penalty, and they score!
Unbelievable!
Tyson Bruce, in his first game back in the Marano Campus Center, scores against his former team.
Unbelievable. They've been giving checks to him all game. It was a welcome back. And then Tyson Bruce, number 2, said, yeah, I'm glad to be back, and gave him a gift of his own by giving Canton the score.
There was a little confusion up here in the press box as we saw Sarasulo begin to make a run for the bench. It looks like they were just trying to get a 6-on-4 power play, pulling the goalie at an early stage here, but it doesn't matter as Canton shortens Oswego's lead to 2.
And that's definitely a big thing. You know, you don't want to call in the 6-man strategy too early, but with that score right there, that only puts it back to a 2-point difference for Canton.
In come the Lakers trying to get that one back as Oswego's penalty kill fails again. Shot by Gillespie, and it is sticked aside by Sarasulo. Back the other way come the Roos. Conklin tried to send it in. It goes off of Campbell's stick, and that'll force the play offside.
You know, that's it right there. Canton feeling, and you know, Canton is just, with that last goal, they were just saying, give me the loot. But you know what? They got to keep having that mentality going forward for the rest of the period. It's 11:40 here in the third period. They got to keep that mentality of give me the loot throughout the rest of this period.
Off the tie-up, the Oswego State Lakers win the face-off. Carter Allen sends it over the line. Glove save by Sarasulo, and it'll go up into the glass. David Hofer tried to send it out. Curry able to keep it in at least for the meanwhile, and A.J. Durazio spins back the other way. Sullivan's shot takes a deflection off a stick, and way out of play did that puck carry.
And almost went out the exit door. That's just You know, he had an opportunity there, but he didn't capitalize on it. But they're going to get the face-off down there, so maybe Oswego can try to come back with a score of their own and put it back to a 3-point difference.
Offensive zone face-off to the right of Sarasulo, won by the Roos, but Kyler Matthews will lose an edge right behind the net, and a scrum will ensue right near the corner. 2-on-2. Another Roo coming in to help him out. Gerazio battling with Tyler Bullard. The puck is not moving. Referee's yelling at them to have it loose, and it is flipped up out of the zone where Tyler Antonucci is easily able to corral it and send the Lakers back the other way. Josh Nenadal sends it in. Matthews tries to put it along. Bunka cancels out with a Roo, and back the other way they come. Tyler Bullard puts a shot on, and it is saved by Richer.
And you know what? That was a good save by Richer right there. They're going to have the face-off opportunity down there. So possibly Canton is going to try to set up an offensive play and try to get themselves back into this game.
10 minutes, 39 seconds to go in regulation. Oswego's lead cut to 2. They lead by a score of 4-2. Shots 32-17 in favor of the Lakers as they win the face-off in their own end. Back out to the neutral zone. It is flipped in and taken by Devin Campbell as the Roos have to tag up on offsides. LeBlanc sent a long pass to Zizek. He couldn't get it, and it is backhanded in by Petrick. Doesn't really cause too much dangers as the forecheck is unable to set up. Zizek tips the pass. In neutral ice, it will still go down. Referee signaling and icing, and they'll wave it off at the last second. LeBlanc has it over at the left wing. Sends it down low for Spink. Behind the net for Zizek, has it lost in its skates, and he's trying to get it to his stick, being shoved off by Shepard. A 2-on-2 scrum in the corner, won by the Roos, and Petrick will backhand it out into neutral ice, and it will go all the way down, but the burst of speed by Zach Peace negates the icing call for the Roos.
You know, right now they're trying to get possession. Both teams are just trying to get some sort of possession and try to set up an offensive play, but it's not working out for them right now.
Recoiling back in his own end is Conklin. He gains center and loses the puck to LeBlanc. LeBlanc off the boards, finds Emerson. He's got Scorpio on the left. Emerson cuts towards the middle, and it takes the deflection off of Hinchenberg's stick and goes into the corner, where the Roos will take it out. In the neutral zone is Needleman. He sends it on for him, and two players, Curry and Allen, sandwich Hinchenberg's, but still Canton controls the long shot through traffic by number 22, Christopher Mammis, is taken by Richer.
And you know the big thing right now, neither team is really maintaining possession long enough. They could be scrambling eggs out there with how much we've seen the transitional lanes go. It's definitely a big thing. One team has to get a hold of possession and try to create opportunities for themselves.
Another offensive zone draw for Canton. They're unable to do anything with it as Gillespie tried to send Spring Broman in the neutral zone, and he's handcuffed, and the puck will stay inside Oswego territory as Curry's swinging up it towards the center of the ice. So leaves it off for Gillespie, who plays it off the glass and in. Curry can't seem to find his skates as he was shoved off by Aru. A great keep, but no, the puck does come outside the line. The Lakers will have to tag up. Kicked it back into the neutral zone for Carter Allen. Nice move by Broman to try to shake off a defender. Still strong on the puck and gets Passero in over the line. Passero dealing with David. He's shoved to the boards. Broman now joining the fray. Puck loose, caught near the half wall. Sticks finally goes to the Roos, where Fierheller will bring it up. Opposite corner dump in for the Roos. Curry after it with Conklin. And Nenadal comes away with it. AJ DeRazio plays it off the boards, trying to get past David. Nenadal will chip it around. It still stays in the corner. Nenadal tried to center it, nobody there, and Routledge will start the rush to center. Gives it up to Bruce. Bruce trying to get past two defenders. Antonucci shoves him to the boards. And Routledge will try to center it, where it's taken by Nenadal right in the slot and taken out of the zone. DeRazio went over the line, tees up a shot, and it's sticked aside by Saracello.
You know, that's the big thing right now. They're still taking shot opportunities, but they're not capitalizing on any of them. But they're keeping the Canton defense on their toes, as they've been doing throughout the entire game.
Routledge to the outside, takes a shot where it goes off of the back of Josh Zizek. Flipped out of the zone by Bunka, trying to send Spink into the zone, where it's broken up, and Petrick will send it where it's met there by Antonucci. In the neutral zone, Zizek trying to find some open ice. He'll be forced to recoil in his own end. Sends it up for Novik. Cross the ice for LeBlanc, who's in on the left wing. LeBlanc tees a shot, and it goes into the chest of Sarasulo. Cleared all the way down, and this will be an icing.
And you know what? They'll take that icing call if that means that the Lakers don't get the rebound opportunity. They need to just take a moment, find their footing, and dig in, because there's only a 2-point difference. With 6:54 left in the third period, there's still some time left to start making the comeback.
Roos have been out there for a while. They'll have to win this faceoff in order to think about getting a change. And it off the odd icing call, where it's saved at the line by Novik, and we're going to get a hand pass, which will allow Canton to complete that change.
And that's important too. Rotating your players in and out of the game, especially with a game with only a 2-point difference. It may not seem likely that they'll come back, but we've been proven wrong, as some teams have been able to make a comeback, especially earlier today.
The next game for your Oswego State Lakers is January 8th. It's the one neutral site contest that they have this year. It will be against the Nazareth Golden Flyers in Skinny Atlas, New York, and we'll be right here to provide you coverage on January 11th, where the Oswego State Lakers take on fellow Central New York rival, the Utica College Pioneers. But in their own zone are Oswego, and it looks like we're going to get a penalty here. It's going to go against Oswego, as Scorpio touched up, and a late game power play, the most crucial power play of the game, is coming up for Canton, as it looks like Max Novik is going to get the penalty. No, it's going to be the captain, Devin Campbell.
And that's a big thing for Canton. They have, Devin Campbell has been taken out of the game. As you look again, looking around, that's just an obvious call right there by the referee. Devin Campbell's looking for a different call, but it doesn't go in his favor, as he's in the penalty box now. This is, for Canton, this is a big momentum changer. You have to score on this power play.
Yeah, it didn't look like Campbell meant to trip in the first place. He got his stick caught in a precarious position, which sends him to the ice. And now Oswego on their biggest penalty kill of the game. Just over 6 minutes to go. Oswego's lead is just 2. Bruce able to keep it into the line, sends it across the ice. Sean Davis with the shot, and it's blocked. Back out to the point for Matthews, who got the one goal so far, who got a goal for Canton so far. Tried to center it, and the stick of Zizek blocks the pass from going across the ice, where Tanner Spink will skate it up and send it into the zone. Penalty killers changing there for Oswego, and Canton will recoil behind their own net. Kyler Matthews bringing it up. Lays it off for Bruce on the left wing. Gives it to Needleman, and the puck goes into the zone where Nenadal controls. He's looking for a chance, and it looks like the Roos are offside, so he'll just waste as much time as he possibly can before sending it the length of the ice.
And the big thing right now, we're seeing some players coming in and out. It's important to keep rotating your players, but definitely getting your scorers back into the game, so that way they can create opportunities on these power plays.
52 seconds to go in the penalty. It's being brought up on the right wing. In over the line was Baird. Leaves it off. Billard, he gets it back. Billard looking for a lane to shoot in. The penalty killer's clogging him up. Sends it to the other side. The shot goes through the slot, and it might have gotten off the pads of Richer. It took a deflection out in front. Antonucci down low, dealing with Billard to Roos, and it comes to the Roos into the slot, taken by Antonucci, and here comes Sullivan off a shorthanded try. 2-on-1, 3-on-1 if they hurry, and the poke check by Heisenbergs thwarts that offensive chance for Oswego.
And you see number 14 Sullivan is just frustrated by that. They were trying to create an odd man rush on a 3-to-1 rush, but it did not work out for them, and it looks like Canton's going to take it down.
But what it does accomplish is killing off that penalty, a crucial penalty kill here for Oswego in the late stages of the game. 4 minutes and 14 seconds to go in regulation. Canton has to score 2 to tie this game up. We'll keep our eye on Sarasulo, as he was quick to leave the net earlier in the period. We're getting near that time where the extra attacker might be a big strategy, as the loose puck almost found its way into the path of Sean David. He's unable to bang it home. Sean David again in on Curry. He's able to keep the puck down low. Tried to center it for Conklin, and they couldn't get the shot off. Ma was forced to the outside. Davis lost the puck when he was trying to stick handle away. Sean Shepard with the puck. He'll spin it around. Bailey Conklin in on it. Tanner Spink shoves him to the boards. Puck again behind the net. Tyler Curry trying to find a lane to break Oswego out of the zone. David there on the left wing, and he shoots it. And it's gloved and held into the chest of Richer.
And you know, especially this late in the third period, you can't allow the rebound to come out. Richer just holding on to that puck and making sure that Canton does not get a rebounding opportunity.
Sarasulo looking towards the bench. He has not received the signal yet, so he'll retreat back into his net. Petrick will take the offensive zone draw against Pissarro of the Lakers. Pissarro wins the faceoff, and it comes to Devin Campbell, who will send a hard shot all the way around the glass. And it looks like to have gone into the bench of Canton, and the faceoff will stay inside of the Oswego end.
And you see right now we got a player just kind of skating on his knees right now. And it is not looking good for him.
It looks like number 21, that is Sean Shepard, actually ended up losing a blade of his skate. Not something we see very often, but it sure is. He's sort of receiving some chirps over at the bench. His buddy's making fun of him for that
I tell
one.
you what, that's some Slytherin magic going on here. You know, the ice is getting kind of thin around here, but we got less time to go on as Canton has just got to kick it into high gear if they want to even think about making a comeback.
Back the other way comes Broman. He's obstructed, but Broman in on goal! He scores! Travis Broman continues his impressive freshman campaign to increase the lead to 3, and surely Oswego have this tournament in the bag.
And the freshman right there, just phenomenal. Looking at the goal, and then just one-on-one of the goalie, just gets in at the last second. He touches the net a little bit, but I do believe it is going to stand as the Lakers will take a 5-2 lead.
That probably would have been called a penalty shot if he hadn't have made that goal in, but Oswego will absolutely take the goal. 5-2, Oswego with 3 minutes and 6 seconds to go. If Canton has any chance of coming back, they need to do something quick and now.
And they need to do something fast. They need to put out their previous scorers out there and help create opportunities for them, and that's going to be a big thing. And the six-man strategy may be out the door at this point, as it's just too great of a lead to risk it.
It looks like that we're actually going to see a penalty being assessed to Matthews. Yes, so Oswego State will go on a power play with 3 minutes and 6 seconds to go, and surely this ices the game.
This is not good for Canton right now. If the Lakers score on this power play, it's lights out for Canton.
And to get back to even strength, they'll have to pull their goalie. Max Novick in. Emerson in front! He tried to stuff it in on the left post, and Sarasulo makes the save, but the puck trickles over the line. Quick whistle from the referee as a crowd gathers over by the goal.
And you know, they're definitely going to try to argue for that, but it doesn't look like it went in before the whistle, so that goal will not count for the Lakers.
2 minutes and 53 seconds to go in regulation. As we suspected, the referee's whistle had gone before the puck crossed the line, so no goal for Oswego. They'll remain on the power play. Here's the replay.
As you look right here, there is a huge struggle going on right there. It trickles in, but the ref has already blown the whistle at that point. So that is a no score for the Lakers.
If anything, what the Lakers were arguing with the referee is how quick he was to blow the whistle, as the puck wasn't actually frozen. It was just caught between his skate and the post. But up come the Lakers. Tipped into the zone by McIntosh, and Oswego will set up a power play, but they'll send it in, and it'll go off the bench, trying to spring Zach Peace at the other end of the ice. Short-handed chance, unable to keep it on the ice.
And that's definitely a big thing. There's been a lot of quick whistles lately that may have also cost the Lakers an opportunity to go 6-2. But the referees, despite letting a lot of goals early, in the last few minutes here, they are calling everything that they can see and more.
LeBlanc to take the face-off. Won by him. Molinaro tried to get the puck, and LeBlanc chips it over into the skates of Travis Broman. And they'll fight for it over at the left wing half wall. Tyler Curry fakes the shot, and he risks one instead. Easily sticked aside and sent it to the corner was Sarasulo. Pissarro sent down from Molinaro. Too heavy on the pass, and Tyler Bullard will send it the length of the ice. In is Sean David. He's really putting the pressure on as they need to do something, even though they're shorthanded, and Molinaro will bring it back in. Molinaro in over the line. Peace shoving the puck off him. Pissarro gives it to Molinaro. Around the boards, Sean Shepard is there. Across the ice, sends it long pass to Zach Peace in the neutral zone as he waits for the Roos to provide reinforcements. Sent in. A little bit of cross-checking on the back of Tyler Curry. No call. LeBlanc sends it across to Molinaro. Molinaro looking over his options. It's LeBlanc on the left wing. He'll gain center, stop, and chip it past his defender, but it goes right into the path of David Hofer. 15 seconds to go in the man advantage. 1 minute, 19 seconds to go in the game. Zyzek enters the zone. He looks to cut towards the net. Poke checked by Fearheller. Prevented the shot, but it's sent back at the point for Curry. Slapper! And it goes off of the skate of Hofer. Matthews unable to take the puck coming out of the penalty box as we come down to the final minute of regulation. Zyzek has a clear path to net, in alone, and it goes wide. Netadol now has it in his own end. The Roos shoot, it goes off the pad. Shepard's shot is gloved by Richer, and another crowd
look at it there.
to the left.
You just saw it right there. You had the Lakers' hand over the Canton's helmet. I'm not sure what to tell you there, but I don't believe anybody's going for the box, but there's definitely a big disagreement about that last play within the last minute of this game.
The coaches are yelling at the referees, maybe wanting a penalty, but at this point it seems all for no.
Oh yeah, that's definitely a big shove right there. The Canton player actually had his hand over the helmet of the Laker player.
It's like Campbell shoved Tuttle into the path away from the goal, which the Roos took exception to, and then it all comes. And we're going to have an empty net here at the other end. Canton going for it at the final stages of the game. They have to score 3 goals in 35 seconds as Oswego ices the puck.
That's not very likely for this Canton team right now, but definitely taking the 6-man strategy. What is there to lose for them in order to try to win this game? They have nothing to lose at this point.
So 6 attackers out there for the Roos right now, and they'll win the faceoff back to Matthews. Matthews spins it around the boards and sent back into the path of Matthews. Nenadal is there to try to take it out. Tyson Bruce out in front. Cleared by Molinaro, but kept in at the line by Shepard. Behind the net, Nenadal shoots for the empty net all the way down, and he scores! Nenadal on the empty net, and Oswego State is 13 seconds away from the Pathfinder title.
And that's going to do it right there, putting this game pretty much out of reach for Canton with that empty net goal. It's just a very big shot, very long shot for number 27 on the Lakers. It just sails right into the end right there. Definitely a big thing for Oswego as they're going on. And that's a big play right there because that is the second empty net of the year for the player.
It's been a long tournament of high physical play, high scoring games. And here in 2019, the Oswego State Lakers are Pathfinder champions.
And that's huge right now as they won the Pathfinder tournament for 2019 against a very physical SUNY Canton opponent.
And the team will go over to congratulate goalie David Richer, who has been absolutely strong in net for the entire year, but even more so in these last couple days.
And that's definitely a big thing right there. Richer has been getting better with each game, preventing more and more goals from going in as the season gets on, as the Lakers are now trying to make a bid, saying that we are a playoff team.
And both teams will shake hands out here in the center of the ice. We will have the trophy presentation for you momentarily, and the all-tournament team.
And that's definitely going to be a big thing for the Lakers. Canton had nothing to be ashamed of. They tried their best at all, but it just unfortunately they fall to the same score as earlier this year, 6-2.
So moving forward into the season, we saw an Oswego State Lakers team that still has much to improve on, particularly their penalty killing. But even with their faults on the penalty kill, letting goals in, the scoring for Oswego, this is the second game in a row where they've scored 6 or more goals. This is a highly talented offense that is lethal when given the opportunity.
You know, that's a big thing. It's all about teamwork with this, passing the puck around, creating opportunities, but sometimes you got that one player that stands out and tries to, and gets multiple goals in the game in order to put it away. And as you can see at center ice, no harm, no foul between former teammates as number 2 Bruce just comes onto the ice and congratulates his former teammates on the victory.
You can see there Tyson Bruce in close embrace of his former teammates and former coaches, as he will now congratulate Ed Gosick on the win.
And definitely the big thing here for the Oswego State Lakers is that going forward is that they're a team not to be taken lightly, and that they will come down and score high on you if you're not careful, like Canton was.
And we are awaiting the announcement of the all-tournament team, which will include players from all 4 teams, Concordia, Salve Regina, Canton, and Oswego, the best players of the tournament.
You know, there's a lot of good players between all 4 teams, and definitely a big thing going on, and we're excited to hear for that announcement.
And we will take you down onto the ice where the PA announcer will take us through the trophy presentation for the Oswego State Lakers, Pathfinder champions.
Oswego State Hockey Classic all-tournament team. From Salve Regina, number 61, Tyler Carangelo. From Concordia, Wisconsin, number 18, Nick Gamey. From your Oswego State Lakers, number 31, David Richey.
And David Richey is selected as the Oswego State tournament, all-tournament team from the Lakers. Absolutely deserved.
And definitely a well-deserved trophy in that case. He has had a phenomenal game as a goalie, only allowing a total of 4 goals between the 2 games. That is very impressive for this tournament.
Wearing number 10, Kyler Matthews.
And definitely the player to watch for this game, a tremendous team player, getting the first goal for Canton to pick up the pace a little bit. Definitely well-deserving.
And Kyler Matthews there to accept his all-tournament team award. A little bit of a bright spot on what is otherwise a disappointing night for Canton.
Well, you know what? Canton came in with the best of their ability, and they tried hard between all their strategies, but it just did not pan out for them. That's
Speaking of players to watch, another member of the all-tournament team, Michael Gillespie.
And you know what? He set up a lot of opportunities for his teammates today, and that's definitely a huge thing. 7 points throughout the last games. Although he didn't get one today, he helped set up a lot of scores for his teammates. So definitely getting those assisted for the season.
Number 7, Tanner.
And Tanner Spink named the MVP of the Pathfinder Bank Oswego Hockey Classic. A player that we've talked about a lot this year, up on that first line, a grinder on the ice, and he gets 2 goals tonight.
And you know what? This is the first game, him scoring since the first game of the season, and getting 2 goals in the same game. Impressive. He's been phenomenal throughout this entire tournament.
Of the Sioux Canton Kangaroos, please step forward to accept your trophy.
And forward comes Joe Devaney, the captain of the Roos team, accepting the second place award here in the Pathfinder Classic, and he is joined by his alternate captains now skating towards him.
And, you know, both of these guys played hard. They tried to lead their team to victory, but unfortunately it did not work out for them today as it did the other day.
Oswego State, a strong team. It is definitely a tough task to ask for, as Devin Campbell, Josh Isaac come forward to accept the championship trophy for the 2019 Oswego Hockey Classic.
And that's a dynamic duo you cannot ignore, especially with the playoffs coming up relatively soon. These are two players you cannot ignore. Not taking credit away from Risha, you cannot ignore Devin Campbell and Josh Zizek. These two guys will definitely make you pay if you sleep on them.
And joining alongside them is the other alternate captain, not dressed for tonight's game, Cameron Berry. And I'm pretty sure if you were to ask any of the guys in this locker room, while they hoist the trophy and will gladly bask in the limelight of this Oswego crowd, this is not the end of the road for the Oswego Laker team.
You know what? This is starting to become the beginning of the end of the regular season, as they're going to come through the home stretch here soon, and they're going to try to get their bid for the playoffs.
Coming up in the next couple of weeks, we're going to have crucial games against conference opponents in a tightly packed SUNYAC conference, facing SUNY Geneseo, Plattsburgh. Fredonia is a surprise entrant in the top teams of the SUNYAC conference. The playoffs this year are going to be a tough task for any team.
Very interesting to see who gets in. But if the Lakers played like they did today against their opponents, and definitely yesterday, I don't see why they can't get into the playoffs.
We'll expect to see an increase in the national rankings for Oswego. Again, the next game will be coming up in just under a week, this Wednesday, January 8th, against the Nazareth Golden Flyers in Skaneateles, New York, before they return here to the friendly confines of the Marano Campus Center Arena, where they will face Utica, and you can get that coverage on the media organizations of Oswego, WTOP10 and WNYO.
You know, that's going to be important for them playing Utica, not sleeping on opponents that may have not done so well this season, but definitely they got some big lineups coming up. Fredonia and SUNY Geneseo, the big one right there on senior night, is definitely one to watch out for, as it will be their last home game of the season.
Yeah, just before the conference playoffs start, Oswego obviously wants to get that #1 seed to ensure that they have home ice advantage all throughout the SUNYAC playoffs.
You know, that's going to be important for them to get that home ice advantage. Even though that they have done all right on the road, this is their home and this is their home turf. They know how to skate. They know where to put the transitional lanes into, and that's going to be important for them moving on, is trying to get that #1 seed.
Now let's dissect this game just a little bit more. We've been talking about the penalty kill. They seem to get better towards the end, but this is going to be a big problem for the Oswego State Lakers looking forward if they continue to blow their assignments down low.
And you know, that's a big thing. You can't blow those assignments. That is not something that the team have to do. They need to just make sure that they're doing their penalty kills and making sure they're not making mistakes on them.
What did you think of the play of SUNY Canton?
And definitely SUNY Canton definitely fought harder for this. And definitely, even though that they lost 6-2, if they win the next few games, they could still have that chance to bid. But the ranked opponent that Oswego is, they may not have that bid for playoffs as if they won.
Now, moving forward into the latter half of the season, so the playoffs and the championships, the way that it works is certain conferences have automatic bids that go to the winner of that conference championship. Those are what's considered Pool A. Pool B goes to independent teams and conferences that don't have an automatic bid. SUNY Canton, while they are a SUNY team, are not a member of the SUNYAC, so they would be eligible for that Pool B bid. But it's likely that other teams will eclipse them in that, so their only hope thus far is to receive an at-large bid, which are selected by the committee under a new system this year, the pairwise system that you can read about online, as I honestly haven't been able to figure it out completely yet. But it's supposed to be a more mathematical system rather than a committee that's generally unknown to the public deciding who's going to make the tournament.
You know, that's a big thing right there. It's just giving the variety of teams coming into this tournament, so that way they take away the bias out of everything. And if SUNY Canton wants to get an at-large bid, and if they somehow get into the tournament, don't sleep on them, because we saw yesterday that some of the opponents will sleep on them, and they'll definitely make you pay for it.
Again, we want to give a huge shout-out and a huge thank you to all the students with GPAs, the student broadcasters, for making their ways all the way up from, at times, Long Island to come up here to cover this weekend.
And we come from all sorts of walks of life, and we appreciate everybody coming up during their winter break on a Friday and Saturday to come cover these games. And these games have not been disappointing.
And we certainly appreciate all of you guys for watching. Thank you for watching the Pathfinder Bank Oswego Hockey Classic. Oswego wins by a score of 6-2, and they take home the title. Good night.